Wow. Okay, so at this point, we're going to do a recess for about 10 minutes to make sure everybody has their background, how they want it to have. Let's see, anyone that just came in or needs help. At this point, Carol, go ahead and share your screen, please. Oh, Carol, you was on it as soon as I said your name. Go ahead and show your Photoshop screen, please, love. And let me unmute you.
Okay, so my Photoshop is on my TV now, but you're not seeing my TV no more. You're seeing
right. Your Photoshop always needs to be on the computer right in front of you. So take your Photoshop window and pull it onto the screen right in front of you.
That's the screen that's right in front of me, where the Photoshop is.
Okay, so when you went to share your screen, did it ask you if you want to share screen number 1 or screen number 2?
Oh no, it didn't ask me that. Let me see. You are sharing. Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay.
Oh, I see now.
I'm gonna stop your screen share, and I need you to tell it that you're gonna share screen number 1.
Okay. I'm gonna share. No, I'm gonna share screen number 2. Desktop. I'm gonna share this one because that's what my Photoshop is. Now.
Right, but Carol, the reason why it's so big is because it's on the wrong screen. This Photoshop needs to be on your screen number 1 that's in front of you.
Oh, because the screen that's in front of me is the TV.
Oh, okay, so you have this. Oh, I see what you're saying. So in this case, the reason why it's so big is because it's considering that the small laptop is the main screen, and this is the extra screen.
So do you see my Photoshop?
What's that?
Do you see my Photoshop?
Yeah, I see your Photoshop now, but the problem is it's not scaling like it should be. So that's the reason why you're having issues. Like I don't see your menu on the side, any of that.
Yeah, I don't either. That's what I know. That's what I don't.
Okay, so is it possible for you to sit in front of the other screen and use the TV as your extra screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this then. Let's go back to the view. Hold on. I'm gonna ask for control again. And we'll go to the settings here. So now is the TV to the right of your monitor or to the left of your monitor?
The TV is to the right of the Mac. You talking about?
Okay, got you. Okay, so let's do this then. I'm trying to click and it's not letting me click on anything. I'm trying to click on the settings down here. Is your screen perhaps?
I don't see the settings either.
Yeah, it looks like it's frozen.
I don't know. Let me see.
Can you click on anything right now?
I'm trying to click on this. Okay, I shared that. No. Because I was going to be, while you was helping her, I wanted to go to my Google and find my background, but I couldn't. I don't even see Google no more.
Right. So
I don't know what to do. But you see what I clicked, but yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, it's showing me yeah, it's gonna be real difficult to do this with the half of the window, you know, kind of hanging off right now. Let me see if I can make this full screen. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna make that full screen there. I'm gonna take your layers, drag them there, see if I can make that work. Okay. So now it's looking a little more like we might be able to work off of this screen.
Okay.
All right, and it just won't let me make things smaller. And I don't know if it's a delay or what.
Alright.
Trying here.
Again, can you use those arrows that up the top, at the top?
No, the arrows is going to completely truncate it. This is just taking up way too much room here, and it's not. Let me close that one up. There's no reason why that should be so big. Like this is taking up almost half of your window here.
Yeah.
Like I said, it has something to do with the settings on the monitor here, because even every time I try to make this full screen, because that's what your green is for. Your green is for it to be full screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's doing some weird stuff, but we'll keep it moving. I think it's not reading the proportions of the screen. So let's see if we do. Keep doing control minus to zoom out. So Carol, this is gonna be, it's already like 9:30, and
Yeah.
we're gonna have to kind of let's do this then. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and catch you up, okay? Because at this point, I want you to be able to follow along, okay? So if you don't mind, I'm gonna catch you up, and although you may not get the pattern that you want, you'll figure out like later on that you can change that out. And again, that's why we got to be on our P's and Q's when it comes to homework, because if we have that already done, we're not trying to do that in the middle of a Zoom session, which is really, really hard to, you know, to do your downloads and stuff while you're recording live and you have the Photoshop open, okay? So right now, for some reason, you have something selected. In order to deselect, do Control D or Command D on your side. Do Command D. Hold down Command and hit D as in dog.
I did.
Okay, so see how that deselected all those little marching ants?
Yeah.
So anytime you see those marching ants and you don't want them, just hold down Control and hit D.
Okay.
And honestly, this kind of works out because we weren't recording before, and now we're basically having to start from the beginning. So it looks like it's recording now. All right, so let's go ahead, and I'm gonna use my marker on your screen, and you're gonna drive this part, okay?
All right.
All right, so the first thing I want you to do is turn off the eyeball here. I see you got it, you ready? And that turns off that gradient. I want you to right click on the sleeve here.
Right click on the sleeve.
You see where I put the X on the sleeve? Right click there. You have another gradient to select, so select that one. Go ahead and hit it and see how it takes you, it automatically takes you down. Turn that eyeball off. Just hit it one time and then let it take some, because it's taking a little time.
Yeah. And then but I thought I had done all my homework, but I must have missed the part where I had to have that background. I must have missed that part.
It's okay. It's all right. All right, and what we're going to do next, what we'll do, now we don't have to do this in any type of order. So what we're going to do next is we're going to cartoon the image, and then we'll do your background last, so that basically the people that already have their backgrounds done, if they need to sign off on time, then they'll be able to sign off, and then we can continue working on your background, okay?
All right.
So we'll still get to it. It'll just be after the fact. All right, and I want you to click on, in this area right here, the animal print. Right click right here on this X. You see me drawing the X on the screen? Up at the top.
Yeah, now. Right click.
Go to that gradient fill. And go ahead and turn that eyeball off.
All right.
All right. And then finally, I want you to click on this gradient area. Let's do down here, because I don't know if you can see my X on that pink. And see where it says solid fill? Go to that solid fill. And you have some extra effects here. I want you to activate this color overlay right here, because it's going to be the black one. So click right here where I'm drawing this pink circle.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, perfect. And now that activates the black layer. So now you can see you have this. Right click here and tell me what the name of that is that you're touching. Right click on that. make sure, you have the hand tool selected now. So you might be, go ahead and grab your move tool. Your at the top left where I'm circling, your move tool. You see what I'm circling in pink right here?
Oh yeah. Oh, right here.
Do you see? No, I'm scribbling all around it right now. I'm scribbling all the way to it. Like,
I'm trying to move this over so I can see. I can't see it.
Yeah, it's right here to the left. You can't. I can see it on your screen.
You can see it.
I'm scribbling all around it.
Right here. Yes.
No. This move tool right here.
I can't see it.
You can't see what I'm scribbling on?
I see a little bit, but I can't see that side. I'm trying to move it over so I can see that side.
So you can't see any of your tools over here?
Oh, no, I can't. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to move it over, but I can't. Okay, I ain't gonna hold it.
Wait a minute. So you don't see, do you see my blue arrow right now?
No.
You don't see me drawing on the screen with the blue arrow? I'm on the left side of the sleeve.
Yeah, I see it when you go right here. I see it right here.
And then it stops there?
Yeah, it stopped right there. I can't see no more after this.
Okay, let me see. Let me get the mouse. Let me see if I can move this. Can you see it now?
I see it now.
Okay.
How you could see it and I couldn't?
Because it's as I'm saying, your thing it's hanging off the screen. I don't know how it's doing this right now, but
all right, I'm just trying to find
okay, so go to your move tool then.
This one, right?
I'm gonna go back to my pink marker. Go to your move tool. And then we're gonna right click. Let me go back to my drawing. We're gonna right click on this right here, and I want you to tell me what you're clicking on.
The move tool, it's not letting me get on it. I'm clicking it and it's not getting.
You don't are you right clicking on the X that I'm drawing right now?
No, because I still got that hand. I'm still trying to get the move tool.
Okay, so I think your Photoshop might be frozen up. Click on the move tool again.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get on.
Just click one time on the move tool and see if it depresses.
I did. See?
Oh, then so stop right there. And yeah, it's still, are you by any chance holding down the space bar?
No, not holding nothing. I'm just trying to click the move tool.
Okay. Do me a favor, go to File and Save As.
Okay.
And make sure that you save this, because I think your Photoshop is glitching. So okay. File, Save As.
All right, but I can't get over there because I can't see it.
Hold on a second. Oh, your file is up here at the top. It won't let me touch your file. So right here, just do Command S. Command S should allow you to shortcut save. So Command S.
I did.
And it's not saving, so I think it's frozen. Yeah, I think it's frozen.
So I still got that hand.
Right, and everything else is grayed out. I can't click on it for you. Let me see if I can hit Control S on this end. There's a window open somewhere. It's probably on your other screen.
Yeah, it is. What does
the window say?
It say layer style.
Okay, bring whatever that window is. Bring it over into this TV.
See.
Okay, so hit cancel. That's why I wouldn't let you do anything. It had a layer style window open. Hit cancel. Okay, now you're selected on your move tool, right?
Let me see.
Let's file save. Can you see your file or no?
No, I can't see.
Okay, do Command S to save.
Command S.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Okay, see how it says it's saving down there at the bottom?
Okay. I don't see it, but I do.
It says saving 0% right down here.
All right.
You don't see that?
I see you where you're colored, where you're scribbling, but I see this much. I see that. That's all I see.
Yeah, something's going on with this display. Yeah, I would not, in the future, I wouldn't do something needs to be done to calibrate your displays to a certain size. And I don't know if we could do it here in this video or not, but at least I have it to where I can click on stuff for you if I really need to.
Alright.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, and the last thing that I was gonna do is show you where the water layers are, but we're gonna do that last because we need to kind of move on to doing the cartoon part.
Okay.
So do you have your photo ready?
Yes, my photo in my file. I have my file.
Okay, so where's your folder?
It's right here. It's here.
Okay,
Yeah,
so no, you can't place the whole folder. You have to open up your Finder, and that's why I was saying this screen is not going to be the best screen for you to share.
Okay.
Is it possible, Carol? Can you take, like I have the mouse right now. See how I'm moving the Photoshop window, right?
Yeah.
Am I moving it onto your laptop or no?
No, the other way.
Other way. So
Yeah,
can you do that? Can you take that whole Photoshop window and drag it over there to your laptop? You did?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, now take this toolbar with you. I don't know why the toolbar stayed.
Okay.
Can you see it enough to pick it up and move it?
I'm trying.
Okay, I'm gonna stop screen sharing so you can pull that over and go ahead, make sure that you say what you're working on. Anyone else have their photo ready to go so we can go ahead and cartoon? If you have your photo ready to go, give me a 1, please.
I do.
Okay, go ahead and share your screen for me. All right, so this is Miss Kia. Looks good. All right, so we're going to cartoonize a photo. So we have the regular photo, and you'll have that option. I just want to show you a website. So I want you to go to your go to your Chrome or whatever browser that you use. And this is for everybody to do, even you, Carol. Go ahead and go to your Chrome browser.
Okay.
All right, and if you have not already cut out well, let's do this. If you have your background cut out already, give me a 1. If you do not have your background cut out, give me a 2. All right, good job. Y'all went above and beyond. All right, so let's see, I'm gonna close this out now. And Kia, can you go ahead and unmute yourself for me, please?
All right.
Okay, go ahead and go to your browser. And because you have your background already removed, and if you don't have your background already removed, I want you all, so if you don't have the background removed, go to Remove BG, drop your image in right now. You only need 1 photo, just 1 photo. Okay, so we're only gonna focus on 1 photo for this class. And then if you wanna do extra later, you definitely will have the playback in order to do that, now that we are officially recording. So go ahead and open up your browser there. And make sure that you pull it onto your Photoshop, because I don't know if you have it open, but I can't see it right now. Y'all still see your Photoshop screen?
It's open. I have my which color open.
Okay, so bring it on top of your Photoshop screen, because all I see right now is your Photoshop.
It's there. I shrink it down.
Let me do this. I'm gonna stop your screen sharing, and when you share again, instead of hitting to share Photoshop, you have to hit share screen 1 so that it'll share everything that's on that screen, okay?
All right.
So I'm gonna stop sharing and I want you to share again, and this time hit screen 1.
I see share screen.
Okay, there you go. Hit that one.
The red thing or the green right here at the bottom?
It should be a green share screen button.
Okay, I see it's good. It says share screen. Then it got like a bunch of windows.
Okay, so what's the one? Does it have one that says desktop or screen one? What options do you see right now?
I see screen, whiteboard, iPhone.
Okay, go ahead and hit screen.
It's already on that.
All right. Then if now, see, for some reason, the last thing that you hit, it was only showing Photoshop. You have the option to show the whole screen, or you have the option to show just a particular program. So you always want to share the whole screen just in case we have to go online. So go ahead and pull back up the internet browser for me.
Okay.
And I'm not seeing it. I don't know if
It's open now.
okay. Got you.
Can you
I see it. I see it opening. I want you to go to lunapic.com, and I'm gonna spell it for you. It's L is in Larry, U,
Okay, quiet. Uh-huh.
N-A,
Uh-huh.
Lunapic, P-I-C. So instead of lunatic, is Lunapic. That's how you can remember. Okay. And then hit, yeah, you can hit enter, lunapic.com.
Okay.
All right, so everyone should be on this website right now. If you're on lunapic.com, give me a 3. If you're not on Lunapic yet, give me a 4. All right, y'all are ready. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and make this full screen for me, please. Hit that, that full screen button to the right, top right. All right, and I want you to go right here to where it says upload. So everybody go to upload. All right, and now I want you to choose which photo do you want to choose? The one where he's squatting or standing?
Standing.
Okay, so go ahead and choose. I think it was this one. I can't tell because the preview just went away.
Right.
But yeah, choose that one and then go to open. All right, now if you have your image brought in and it's already cut out and everything, I want you to give me a 1 right now. Okay, if you need help and you're not to this point right now, give me a 2. All right, I only see 1, so I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page before we get started. Don't be embarrassed if you're a 2, because that's your opportunity to get a little help. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and keep going. I don't see any 2s there. The next thing that we're going to do is go right here to art. So go ahead and click on art. And I want you to just choose one of those. One of my favorite, let's try Picasso. Okay, and depending on the image quality, these may or may not do what you want them to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through these and try different ones, like try beauty, try dreaming. There's several more. You can go all the way to the right and go all the way to the left. And I just want you to use these, you know, these previews to kind of help you out. All right, so keep going through those previews until you find the one that you want. So this is your time to play with it and see if one of these is what you want. Now, like I said, this is a probably a lower quality photo, so it's gonna give you a little bit of issue. So see if one of these is what you want. And there are 3 different, I think 3 or 4 different rows of this. All right, and someone else, let me see someone else's screen that may have a little bit higher quality image. So keep playing with that and see if there's one of them that you like. Now, the other thing is you can take this adjustment and bring it down. If you want to see more of the original photo, you can bring the adjustment down from 100% and it'll show some of the original photo through. Okay, so it kind of cartoons it for you. Let's see, anyone else? Let's see, Mary, how you doing? Let's see your image. Or matter of fact, who said they had their stuff cut out? Mary and Natanya, y'all have y'all's cut out. Can one of you share your screen for me? Oh, I see y'all already sharing screens. Look at y'all. Ooh, pretty. So we're on Natanya's screen right now. How are you liking this? I don't know if I can hear you. Let's see. Go ahead, love. How you liking it?
I like it. I'm trying to see how far down I want to go with the settings because it's a pretty fairly good picture.
Right. And here's the thing too. What I do, I save, and you'll see in that template, I save so many different versions, right? So many different applications of it. And what I do is I let it stay at 100%, and then I'll take my real photo and I'll let my real photo either be a little more transparent or very, very little transparency, and I apply it on top of all these effects. So you can play on this thing for days. You're gonna have fun with this. But so don't feel like you have to make your final decision right now. I just want y'all to understand that things like this exist for free that you can play with, and you don't have to necessarily like pay someone to cartoon every time.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. This is a gorgeous photo. I can't wait to see what yours looks like. Okay, anyone else? Let's see. So go ahead, keep playing. This is y'all's time to play. So I'm gonna give y'all about 5 minutes to play and figure out which one you want to do. Let's see, Mary, Shika B, Tania. Well, you said you're at work, so you might not be able to show. Ooh, that looks good, Ventressa. Girl. Yes, I like it. How do you like it? Let me unmute you. Can you hear? Or I guess, can you speak?
Yes, ma'am. I love it.
This looks so good. Which one did you choose? Which
I
effect?
think it was smoke.
Girl, that looks good. You know what? If you scroll all the way to the top, it'll give you a cheat sheet. Scroll all the way back up.
Okay.
And it'll tell you which one. So yep, you have smoke art effect. So now if you scroll down, y'all are gonna have so much fun with this. And I'm so glad we got a chance to finally do this together. Scroll all the way down a little bit more. And you see, oh, you have to hit adjust to lock in those changes. So once you get it where you want it, like if you like how this is, and I love how this is, and it looks different depending on which degree of the original image you bring in. So you can get a million different versions of the same photo through this program. Go ahead and hit adjust. You saw that button up there at the top? If you want to lock that in, hit adjust.
Okay.
Okay, so it's gonna lock that in, and now you can scroll down and you can save this. So hit save right there.
Oh, okay. Save.
I
got it. It went down.
And it probably went to, depending on what browser you're using, like to automatically throw things in your downloads folder or whatever.
Yes, download. I use Chrome. It went straight to download. Okay.
So now you can actually drag that photo right into your Photoshop.
Can I do it from
And now here, let's try something again. Let's go to remove BG. I'm curious. I haven't done this. Go to your remove BG right there. I see you still got it open. Now I want you to drag. Let me turn my marker on. I want you to drag this image from right here, pull it into this window. Or you have to, I think you have to close out of this download. Control minus a couple of times to zoom out a little bit. Control, hold on, control minus minus. There we go. And scroll up.
Okay.
So yeah, you can just pull this image right onto this remove BG window.
Oh, to upload it? Okay.
Just pull it right from there and drag it onto it and let it go. Drop it like it's hot. I'm just curious to see if it'll recut the image for you. It didn't do too bad.
No.
I didn't think it would do that well. But me, I probably would go back in and, you know, clean it up and stuff. But I just wanted to make sure that after you cartooned it, you'd be able to clean it up. So if you
and under her foot, I can clean that.
Yeah, matter of fact, that's good practice too. So go ahead and download that one. I don't know if you want to download the preview version or download the high res version. If this isn't your final one, then don't use up your download high res. Just do the regular download until you figure out if that's
I like this one. I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to see.
You're ready to get it done. That's my girl. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's go for the high res. Let's get it. So I see you have your Remove BG subscription.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, me too. I'm not gonna lie. I've been using up my little credits lately. I used to have them stacked up. Y'all been y'all been using up all my little credits. But
she's gonna use it for school too. You know, they do different stuff. She's always sharing my Photoshop.
Right. You know what?
So
that's how I made money in high school. I thought I was being weird on purpose and being different and like just I don't know. I had teddy bears in my hair. I made my outfits. Whatever matched my outfit is what I put in my hair, and whatever I found, I put plastic flowers. You know, like your little false flowers. I had some jeans where I safety pinned roses, the little fake roses all the way down my jeans and cut them up and all kind of stuff. I was weird, but for some reason, it sold. So when I did weird stuff, people were like, "Oh, well, how you do that? Can you make it?" Yep. And that's how I made money in high school. So please put her on that. Please let her be creative and make some coins. Because my daddy gave me hot lunch money. And he said if I didn't want to eat hot lunch, I had to earn more than that $6.35 check.
oh yeah, she does everything. She will work. So,
that's good. That you got you a good one there. Okay, so that's perfect. You ready to pull it into your image then?
Okay, we'll go to Photoshop.
Okay, yes, you want to go to your Photoshop and then also go ahead and bring that little, that folder up on top of Photoshop. So go ahead and go to Photoshop first.
No, shall I minimize? Okay.
All right, and go to your, yep. Now what we want to do before we bring anything in, we want to select the layer that we're going to drag our photo on top of, okay? So the way that we know what we're doing is we're going to make sure we're on the move tool and we're gonna right click on our image. So we're gonna right click right there on Cardi and Meg, right click. And that whole folder is called photo group. So go ahead and click on that folder. And then it automatically takes us to the photo group layer, okay? Or to the photo group folder. Now, when we drag our photo into this art space, it should drop right on top of this. So then that way we're able to keep track of where we're pulling images in, okay? So go ahead and go to your folder.
I don't know where I had, okay.
There it is, just pull it up a little bit. There you go.
I got to find the art thing.
Oh, it probably went to your downloads. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay, download. Oh, right here. I don't know what she yelling for. Download.
It's all right. I'm excited. All right, so there you go. That's your Remove BG version of it.
Yeah,
just drag it. Just drag it and drop it right there on the artboard. I'll forgive you for it not being in your folder.
This child. I know this is irrelevant, but she had lost her Apple Watch. That's what she yelling about. She
well, that's pretty exciting news.
I don't care about that. I'm an Android. Okay, that's it.
Okay, now go ahead and make that as big as you want to make it.
Do I need to
pull on the corners and make it as big as you want to make it? And see, we might end up with it where, you know, it might be certain parts of the word or whatever that's not covering up. And if this is going to be hers, I want to go ahead. I want to change them words immediately.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be hers. It's going to be back to school something.
There you go. All right. So we're on the same page. We're on the same page. All right. So go ahead. When you get it where you want it, hit enter to lock it in.
Because I'm pretty sure we're going to be fading it off.
Right. So
Um,
go ahead and hit enter. And then that's why I say, so sometimes it's good to clean it up, and sometimes it's good to just put it in place and see if you need to clean it up. Okay.
Yeah.
So make sure you hit enter though, because it's not going to lock in that transformation until you hit enter. There you go. Perfect. It looks good already. Oh my goodness. This looks good. So now you're seeing those colors that are coming through on the shirt. So maybe you don't want this to be that kind of red. Maybe you do want it more of the darker red. So now you get to kind of play around with that.
with the gradient.
You can go. So now this is your time to play and get your elements in place. So at the same time, you can go ahead and turn off this layer of the photo group. And when y'all get some time, play with that. Because of course, you know, the cartoon is in there. You know, several different versions. I just did several different versions of this same thing here. I just did it with the same photo, just did the Van Gogh, I did the Picasso, whatever other options. So I want you to understand you have that same ability to do that. Okay, so you're good to go. Go ahead and play, girl. And while I'm here, let me show you how to edit this text, because that's gonna bother me a little bit. Double click on that W.
Double click on it.
Yeah, double click on it.
Okay.
And it'll automatically highlight that text. Go ahead and put something there. To put school, or put school, and then we'll put back to up top, or you know.
Got it.
There you go. And then if you want to transform, make sure you hit the move tool so you can transform that. Do Control T, and then you can make it smaller.
Okay.
There you go. And I want you to activate this this layer with the guides on it, so you know what's possible to get cut off. So go ahead and activate that eyeball. There you go. And you see that's my text safe area there.
Yes, ma'am.
So just if you play within that area, you can't go wrong.
Got it.
Okay. All right.
Thank
I'm
you.
proud. This is looking good.
I know if I played with it some more, I was gonna find something else, but this is it.
That's it. You got it. Okay, so anyone else need some help right now? Give me a 2 if you need a little help. All right, I'm gonna let you play, love.
Thank you.
Have fun. You're welcome. Sorry, y'all. This coffee got my throat dry. All right. Let's see. Mary, go ahead and share your screen for me, love. And you may unmute it, your mic.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. I can hear you. Now, so here's the thing for that image. It's probably a low resolution image, so it's giving you almost like a lot of abstraction there instead of giving you more of a cartoon effect. So do you want me to help you out with that?
Yes, I think I put another image in my Academy folder that's better.
Okay.
I just tried that one. Let me. I do have one. And I did already remove the background from it,
Okay, perfect.
but it's not showing up for some reason as a. But I need to drag that one over to the what was the website?
Well, now you're gonna go to lunapic.com. Go ahead and pull up your browser. And right now we're about 2/3 of the way done. So you all are doing a great job so far. We still have another hour of class, but I do want to make sure that we get everybody to a good a good final point, and then that way I can take extra questions and any bonus stuff that you all want to learn at the end. Okay. Are you looking at your browser right now, Mary? Because I don't see your browser.
I am. I have to move it over to my screen.
Okay. Okay, and do me a favor, control minus a couple times so we can zoom out a little bit from this website. Oh yeah, that is a good picture. All right, now go to your Luna Pick tab. And I want you to control minus a couple times because it looks like it's enlarged a bit much. So you can see what's going on. And then go to upload. Okay, and now which one is it? Is it that one that has a remove BG? Yeah. It says uploading, so just give it a second. Hit cancel there. And Mary, I don't know, are you talking or because I kind of see the mic moving, but maybe that's just me talking.
I think it was you talking. I wasn't saying anything at the
Okay,
time.
I wanted to make sure because I saw your mic moving. I was like, well, I hope you're not trying to talk because we couldn't hear. All right, so now you can hit Control plus zoom in a little bit. There we go. And then I want you to go, let me get my marker here. I want you to go up to art up at the top there. And then choose Picasso to start with. And then you'll start to see that there are a lot of other options and you can play from there. The one Van Teresa used to do hers was the smoke, but she had to turn down the opacity or the strength of that effect a little bit. And you'll notice that if you turn down the strength of the effect on any of these, you'll see how the original photo comes through a little bit better.
I think I like that one.
Okay. Now, what's going to end up happening is you're probably going to have to manually cut around this. We'll leave it like it is. It is. You know what? I'll show y'all how to do a quick mask with the brush tool, so you don't have to worry about cutting tonight. All right. So go ahead and if you like it, go ahead and hit at the top. You have to apply that layer change. Scroll up a little bit. Hit adjust. And then scroll down and hit save. Once it finishes adjusting, of course. Now you'll be able to save it. Did you hit save? Oh, it looks like it is saving it down here. Okay, I forgot they do these automatic downloads. All right, so when you get it like how you want it, and go ahead and open up your Photoshop, so that if that's how that's going to be our image that we use now. So we're going to go to Photoshop because it's not going. You're not going to be able to do remove BG. I'm telling you right now because that one had a very dark background and okay, so we're going to do it this way. We're going to open up our folder. The folder right here, the Internet Explorer. I'm not the Internet, the Folder Explorer. And I think it saved it in your downloads or wherever it saved that image just in. Might be in your downloads. Or did it save it here? Do you know where it saved your file? It probably saved it in the downloads.
Let me see.
Scroll down just a little bit here.
I'm gonna show info
Mm-hmm.
in the downloads.
Or just pull it straight from the downloads, drop it onto your artboard. Or I think it's this one, image edit. It's that one. Pull that image edit and pull it right onto your artboard and drop it. And go ahead and make it as big as you want to make it, but don't let it hang off the page because we're going to do a layer mask and clean up around it. And when you get it about the size that you want it, make sure you hit enter. All right, and this image should be on top of the photo group. So you want to pull that all the way on top of the photo group. So take this image and pull it up in the layers. There you go, drop it right there and turn off the photo group layer. And you can go ahead and close that folder up. All right, now we're gonna add a layer mask to this image. And remember I was telling you not to let it hang off the page? Go ahead and pull it down just a little bit. Pull this image down just a little bit so we can see the top, bottom, and sides of it. There you go, that's good. Now what you're going to do is create a layer mask for this layer. Do you know where the layer mask button is? You got it, that's it right there. Now white's gonna reveal, black will conceal. So I want you to grab your paintbrush here on the left-hand side. We have a soft brush selected and we have black selected as our foreground color. So I want you to change the brush size to about 500. Just type in 500 right here, 500 pixels. All right, and then what I want you to do is just start coming around. Don't get too close to the image yet, but just start coming around. I want you to see how it feels. Go ahead and start cleaning up around there. Just pretty much follow the path of my little marker there. You see how it's taking away the image? All right, you see that? Now, yeah, go ahead and get rid of the outside stuff. And make sure you're thorough about getting rid of that outside stuff. And this is a good lesson in using the mask tool. Or the layer mask. It's not a mask tool, but. And keep in mind, I see, I'm gonna color where I know I see some of the brown. Right about here, I still see some. Up here, I see some right there. And let's go ahead and do a Control-T. And Control-T, once you resize it, you'll kind of see too. Try to resize it a little bit and you'll see any trash, you know, from the outside kind of moving around as you move it bigger and smaller. And looks good. Okay, that's good. Whatever, and go ahead and size it to whatever size you want it to be now. Hit enter, you got it. All right, so your next step is make sure you choose the move tool and I want you to double click on that W and change the words there. And change it to, I know you said it was kind of a long name for your, do you have a logo or you want to do the words instead?
I want to do the words instead.
Okay. And battery's running low. Make sure you save. Everybody save. So what's the name of the company again? Do you need to go get the charger to charge your laptop up?
Yes, I'm sending somebody.
Okay,
Recharge
okay. I just want to
my
say,
laptop charger.
if you need a little moment to handle that, I understand. All right, so go ahead. What's the name of the business again?
Last one standing again, Creations.
Last one standing again, creations. Okay, so put the word standing right now. Double click on that W again. Okay, and then I want you to type the word standing.
Still saving.
Okay. Type the word standing. Because the last one standing is going to be really long, so I'm trying to give you a little advice on how to do multiple lines of text so that your logo appears bigger. So just do standing, and then we're going to do last one on a different line. Okay, see how long standing is? So go ahead and hit your move tool. Do Control T. And make sure the word standing is within these pink lines here. So keep making it smaller till it fits in there. And when you get it the size that you want it, hit enter. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take the long live, turn the eyeball on for long live. Okay, I want you to double click on the T there. That's another way that you can edit the text. Now you don't have that font, and it's fine because we may not all have. Oh, you have Evans New. So go ahead and put. You said last one standing. You said creations.
Last one standing again, Creations.
Okay. So for put last one, you said last one standing again.
Again, Creations.
So you're gonna end up with something long anyway. Let's go back up just a little bit. There's another one I want you to try. Scroll up. There's a script one in here. So scroll up and click on the word Meg, or turn on the eyeball for Meg. All right, and I want you to double click on that T. What do we say? Again, creations. So put it again and creations. I'm just showing you how to play with typography. You're probably going to go back and forth with which one you want to be script, or which one, like which word you want to be bigger or smaller. So type in the word creations. There you go. Now I want you to take that, go to your move tool. And I want you to move that underneath standing. But you know, you can kind of layer it. But of course, you got to make sure you're in the right space here. So now you're going to have to move standing up, last one up, and of course, again, creations. And I'm just giving you an idea. I'm not telling you that these are the words that have to be, but basically when you have a long business name like that, you want to break it up so that you get to see more of it. Because if you just had one line of text and it was the whole business name, it would be really tiny, right?
Right.
So now you have the opportunity. Now maybe you want to do last one, or maybe you want to make the one big, like, and make the last, like you can go last like this, and then the one tall, and then standing, last one standing. I'm giving you some tips on how to do your logo design right now. So last one standing, and then again, creations.
That was the initial thought of how to do it, like you're doing it now on the screen.
Okay, well, if that's the case, now you have your one. So do this then. Take your last, right? The word last. Hold down Alt. Hold down Alt, and I want you to click and drag it up, because I'm going to show you how to create another version of it. So don't double click it. Go back to your move tool and just pick it up. Hold down Alt, pick it up and drag it. Hold down Alt, pick it up and drag it. And let it go. You got to hold, there you go. Okay, so now double click on that T, or you can double click on the text there on the artboard, either way. Just make sure it highlights everything. And I want you to, over here, see I have the spacing set at 500. I want you to set that spacing to 0. You see over here? Yeah. Set that spacing to 0. Okay. And go ahead and take away that number 1. You should be able to just delete just that number 1. There you go. So you could do the same thing here for this last one and just keep the number 1, but take away the last. And this is how I create extra text from the same type of initial text, so I'm not repeating, like trying to reinvent the wheel every time. So just put the number 1. And erase that extra space in front of it. And there might even be a space behind it. You just basically want to ensure now when you go to your move tool, go to your move tool up here. And do Control T. All right, and now you can make your 1 bigger. All right, and hit enter whenever you get it, whatever size you want. Now you can't make it too big, because remember, if you want to do the word standing right beside it, remember you have to keep everything within these parameters. So be careful about making the one too big. Basically, make your 1 the same height as the word standing. Make your 1 the same height. Matter of fact, bring it over here to this to right before the word standing. Bring it before the word standing. So it's going to be a 1 standing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So make it whatever size you think fits this, because we're going to shrink it all together when you're done. So make it a little bit smaller. And if you want to, you can hold down Shift and push it down and make it like a little stubbier, and still let it be wide.
Okay, I think I like that.
Okay, go ahead and hit enter. All right, and then you want to take your word last up here, right click on last. Okay, choose the word last. Then do Control T. Yep, and you can go ahead and rotate that. Now, if you want it to stop at 90 degrees, hold down the Shift key. See how you undo Control Z for a second, because it's going to be crooked, Control Z. Or you can hit Escape. Did you hear me, Mary? Can you hit Escape or Control Z? Or is it taking its time? Okay, so now this time when you go to control it, when you go to change it by that angle, hold down shift while you're rotating it. Hold down the shift key. And it's automatically going to lock it to 15, 30, 45, and 90-degree angles. Okay, so get it to 90 and then let it go, then hit enter. That way you ensure it's straight. Okay, so go ahead and put your last right in front of your 1. And I'm gonna let you play with that. So that's your last thing that you have to play with.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you play with that, and then I'm gonna show you how to basically group that as one group. So once you get it how you want it laid out, you move it all together as one big old logo, okay? All right, so that was an excellent on-the-spot logo design. Keep it going. All right, so anyone else need help right now? Kia, if you want to share your screen, you can go ahead and share your screen. Anyone else that needs help right now, say so in the comments. If you want me to check out your screen or check out your design so far, give me a 4. If you just want to show me what you have right now, you don't necessarily need any help, but you just want me to look over your design, give me a 4. If you need help right now, then I want you to give me a 2. Yes, Ventrisa, it is a very nice logo. Okay, let's see. So what are y'all working on then? Nobody want to show off? Nobody need help? Y'all must be really into it tonight. Y'all are engulfed with your designs right now. All right, I need somebody to share a screen with me, show off. Ventrisa, what you got? What you working on, love? Go ahead and show your screen. All right, so what do you want to do with your text now?
Okay. Well, I was so I got locked into Miss Mary's logo.
I know you're gonna do the same exact thing right now. So go ahead and
I need to do a mask on her and
no, just let it be for right now. I want you to work on, because you can go and do that after the fact. I want you to work on how you're gonna do like your words and stuff, because I want you to see that you have different types of text in here. So activate that Meg right now.
all right. What is it doing?
And oh, you have to hit enter. You have to lock in because it looks like you just transformed the size of the cartoon. So hit enter.
Okay, I hit enter. I have a question because it's been doing this all night. Even though I hit enter, why is the box still remaining?
Click off of that layer, like click on the layer Meg and see if it still is bothering you.
Okay, you gotta click on something.
Now, yeah, click on something. Anytime that happens, I just click on something else just to see if it gets out my face. So go ahead, turn on your layer visibility. And so now, like if you said back to, like the number 2, so maybe you do the number 2 big and the word back and then school.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to say back to school, but maybe you want to say something cooler than that, because you know the kids these days, you know, they have to be expressive and, you know, be the trendsetter. So maybe you want to ask her what she wants it to say, because I'm sure she got something in mind.
Yeah, but right now I'll just do the back 2.
Yeah, let's do the back 2, because this is kind of teaching you typography. Typography is one of those things that helps you with logo design, and also with, you know, when you're designing your shirts and you have a cool PNG, you know, you don't know how you want to put your words on it. That's called typography. So if you double click right now on the T, now put the word back, B-A-C-K, capital B. There you go. And then do the rest of it lowercase. There you go. Okay. So I want you to now select the move tool. and pull that back down on top of the school. And then resize it a little bit. So if you, because maybe you want to put the 2, I'm telling you that 2 will probably look good, pretty big. So go ahead and hold down Alt and make a copy of the back and pull it away. Okay, now double click on this word back, double click on it, and type the number 2. All right, see how small it made that too?
Yes, ma'am.
Now go to your move tool, do Control T. Oh, it's already allowing you to do it, and go ahead and just make that bigger. Make it as big as you want. Then hit enter whenever you get it to what size you want.
Okay.
So maybe you want it a little smaller so that it's not so thick, but I'm just giving you an idea of how you can have the word back, because the 2 itself is just a little small. So maybe you want to have the number 2 in a different font, or maybe you want to have it bigger than the back, however you want to arrange that.
Okay, I'm looking, trying to figure it out.
Just I would lay it out like it's one logo. Just let it say back to school right now.
Yeah, well, this, okay.
And then this way you kind of keep it simple. And then as you get a little bit more confident and better, you might like find something you want to put behind her head. Like maybe it'll be the name of the school, right? Or
It's on her shirt.
Yeah, that's true. Or maybe you want to put the logo behind her. Like you can get into building your own designs. Once you kind of get the hang of it, you'll start to find out, well, what's your style? Because we all develop styles.
Exactly. The logo would be nice. It's a bear.
Okay, well maybe you could find that logo and bring that in. Now that'll be after that'll be part of your final project, because you know you want to save the sauce for the final project. Okay. All right, so this is looking good so far. Keep playing with it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, anyone else want to share or need some help right now?
I would like to share. This is Zakia.
Okay, go ahead and share, love.
Can you help me?
Yeah, go ahead and share.
So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So this is basically kind of like what I want to do. I did go to the, I did do this one. This is the kind of what I wanted to look like. I like how that looked with the smoke.
Okay. Did you go ahead and save the image?
That's why I was kind of like needing help, so I didn't know how to do it. So I just seen it saved, so I'm gonna do it now.
Okay. And then the next thing we want to do is open up your Photoshop.
So I want to put Mom of the Birthday King on here.
I got you. Okay, well let's bring the photo in first, and then we'll start to change the text after that. Okay.
Okay.
And go to your folder. All right, and it probably put it in your downloads, so just check your downloads and see if that's where it is.
Is that it? Image.
Yep, image edit right there, and just drag and drop it right onto your artboard. Okay, go ahead and make it as big as you want it to be on here.
Will it, because of the thing, will it look really pixelated?
We're about to see in just a moment. So go ahead and make it as big as you want it to be, and then we're going to hit enter, and then it will show you what it's going to look like. What you see on the screen is what it's going to print.
Okay.
All right, and go ahead and hit enter, and then that way we can kind of see what it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right, now this one, what we're going to do, instead of doing remove BG, this one made a clean kind of a cleaner background. So let's go to the this tool right here, we want to choose the quick select tool. So go to this tool that I'm circling right here. That's one of your mask tools. So select that and go to quick selection tool. All right, now I want you to hit the word up here, select subject. And sometimes this is magic. Sometimes it'll select the subject for you. Sometimes it'll set you up. And it's gonna look over everything and try to guess where your subject is. And it's just thinking right now, so just give it a little time. And hopefully it'll distinguish those blacks from one another.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so magic happened. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to just go ahead and create you a little layer mask right here. Down here at the bottom of the layers. You see where I'm circling? Right here.
Oh, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, you got it. Now, you can also, if you want to feather this a little bit, you can drag this over to the right a little bit and feather it just a little. And then that way it has a little bit softer edges. So feather it for me, and then I'm going to show you what feathering does.
Right. Okay, you said feather. Yeah, I'm holding it.
Right here. Do you see what feathering is?
Oh, I'm like, where? Okay, I see it.
Yeah, just shift it a little bit and see what it does. And sometimes when you let it go, you have to let it kind of render a little bit. And what you should see is the edges shouldn't be so hard. It should start to soften up a little bit. So sometimes go ahead and choose like something extreme so you can see what I'm talking about. So push it to where this peak is. And you don't have to push it. You can actually just tap that place on the line. And yeah, it looks like it's softening up a little bit, but I was just showing you that. So sometimes if you have too hard of a line, it looks a little fake. So you need to soften it up a little bit, and that's how you would do it. So that looks good. Go ahead and turn off the other photo layer so you just have one photo, because the objective of this is we want to have one photo and your text on top, and then of course your pattern background, and you're done.
So it's this one here.
Yeah, go ahead and turn that one off. And if you don't know where it is, just right click on it. If you right click on anything, it'll tell you what you're touching.
So like to make him like a little bit wider so he don't just like look like so skinny, how do I do that?
If you want to do what now?
Like you see how he looks so, like it just looked like his picture's just like there. So I want to know like how do you like kind of not stretch it a little bit, like to make him look.
Well, and this is my thing. When it comes to photos, I don't ever encourage you to stretch it wide or stretch it tall. Okay. I always encourage you to just make it bigger. So do Control T and make it bigger. You can pull it out, but I want you to understand where your cutoffs are. What size shirt are you making this for? Like, is it a small, medium, large? What?
Large for me.
Okay, so scroll up. I want you to see where your layer is. It tells you your sizes. So scroll up over here on the side of your layers panel. All the way up, and turn on this one that says turn off for printing. Those are your guides. Okay, so do you see where this is your small, medium, this is your large, extra large? So I just want you to keep in mind that anything that's outside of this area is likely to get cut off.
Okay.
So that's why you want to keep that as your text and photo save area. Now, if you want to have his shoes down here a little bit, that's fine. But you definitely don't want like anybody's face, any words, anything that you don't want to see cut off. You don't want to have that hanging too far below this text and photo save area. So go ahead and play with that size and get it to where you want it in that placement. I'll give you a moment to do that. Make sure you're on the move tool over here because it looks like you're on the selection tool still.
Yeah, how do I take it?
Go to the move tool up to the top left.
But it got like that little thing right here. How do I deselect that?
do Control D. And that's the perfect thing to say is Control D is for deselect. So hold down Control, do D, Control D, and it will deselect. All right, so now just move that photo where you want it. If you want to resize it, do Control T to transform it.
So this is, okay.
Control T if you want to transform it.
I don't want to do too much transforming. I just want it to look like, you know what I mean? Not just look like I got them just slammed on the page, like.
Well, I want you to keep in mind though, when you're making these shirts, you are going to end up with a lot of bleed area. So
Okay.
it's not like you know whatever is all out here is just not is going to be printed. Like where I'm drawing right now, that is your art space. Okay.
Okay.
And go ahead and turn the other photo off because right now we're only going to do one photo for this class assignment, and then you can add additional photos later.
Right.
Okay. So then that way, I don't know if you want to put, you know, mom.
Yeah, how do I do that?
Let me, I'm going to give you a little suggestion here. I'm going to start with the green. Maybe do mom. And then of the, you say mom or mom of the birthday king, or what were you
Yeah,
putting?
king. We're not gonna put Anthony.
Mom of the king. Okay. So take the word Anthony right here, double click on it.
Even with that already still wrapped around my picture?
Yeah, you need to hit enter to get out of that.
Okay.
Hit enter to lock it in.
Okay. So
And then double click on the word Anthony, or just double click on one of the letters.
do I need to come out of the move tool?
No, you need to stay in the move tool, just double click on one of the letters. You got to double click kind of fast.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
Okay, type in the word king, K-I-N-G. So I'm going to sketch over here. We're going to do mom of the, and then we'll do king, and then his photo will be right here. Okay, so now king you may want to change the font for. So go ahead and come over here to your character here, and let's find a real kingly font, because king is the perfect thing to be blinged out. So let's find a good kind of regal, you know, nice font. Let's see what you have here. Scroll down. Keep going. I'm looking here myself.
What about that one that's like Vivaldi?
The what now?
The one that says Vivaldi right here?
Yeah, go ahead and try it. Try it and see.
Did it change? Didn't do nothing.
You have to be on the move tool instead of the text tool. So when you're changing the font, go to the move tool and then try to change it again.
Okay, let me see. It's Vivaldi. I know. Okay, where is it? There it is. It's right here. Okay. Ooh, I don't like it. No. You can't even see what it
Yeah,
says.
that's what I'm saying. That this kind of bling text is gonna work best for a nice bold font. Matter of fact, that one that you had above that, I think it was Times condensed, extra bold. This one right here, that one worked really well.
Which one? Oh, this one. Oh yeah, I like it. That's nice.
Yeah, that looks good. And then what we'll do is mom will do that one in the cursive. Okay, so put king and make king as big as you want it to be. Like I said, the here to here is pretty much your cutoff space. So go here to here, do a Control T on that word king. Control T.
Control T. And then you said just drag it.
and just make it a little bit bigger to fit.
I did. Is that too big? Can I pull it this way or no?
Yeah, you can. It's up to you. And as a matter of fact, I don't know if you want to pull it out a little bit this way, and kind of that's your, if you want it to be as big as you want it, then I'm just giving you guidelines to kind of stay within this area. And that way you won't risk it being cut off. Like if you make it into a medium shirt, like basically if you made a medium right now, you're probably gonna cut off some of this king at the bottom.
Oh, okay, okay.
But you can also move the words up a little bit.
I'll just have a home. Just move it up.
Yeah. Now on your large, extra large shirt, that's probably going to be fine. But on the small, medium shirt, so let's say your shirt says Mom of the King, and then maybe his just says Birthday King or whatever, right? But if you don't move his text and he's a small, medium, then you end up risking cutting his word King off because you're designing it for the larger shirt. So that's why I always say design for the smaller shirt and then let the rest of your excess image just kind of fill in the voids. So you only have to design one time.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and hit enter there and shift that up just a little bit. Just hit your arrow keys up to make sure, because this is the bottom of your text safe area right here. You see this little, I need to go back probably to my pink marker. Okay, so this line here. And like I said, it's okay if this is hanging a little bit below because it doesn't make it illegible if it gets cut off. All right, so that looks good. Now I want you to activate Meg. And double click on this T here. And type in the word mom. Or put of the. Put of the. Lowercase of and lowercase the. Okay, and I need you to go ahead and turn this image right here off. So use your move tool to get out of the text mode. So you go to your move tool. Turn this photo off. Right click on it if you need to find out where it is. Right click on the photo. There you go. Go to his name. And go ahead and turn off the eyeball for that one.
It's this one, right?
It's the one that highlighted. See how it automatically highlighted it for you? You see that? You see that?
Oh yeah, now I see it. I'm like,
okay, so you go ahead and turn the eyeball off. That's the easy way to find layers. Okay, so let's take the of the. Now we have to right click and select it. Otherwise, we're going to move around that other photo and not the of the. There you go. Choose the of the. And then go ahead and move it on top of King. And do Control T. And I'm going to tell you where I would put it. I would put it to where it meets right about there. So do Control T until it fits in this box. Just pull on one of these corners and pull it out. There you go, keep pulling it. And it's okay if it overlaps, keep pulling it. I'll tell you when to stop. Right about there. Okay, hit enter. And then go ahead and pull it down a little bit so it touches on top of the king a little bit. Okay, stop right there. See how it's kind of like overlapping and kind of looking like it's something right now? Now I want you to right click on the word king. Right click on the word king. And I want you to select name bling because that's the layer that it is. Okay. Then I want you to hold down Alt and you're going to pick up and drag this up as you're holding down Alt. Go ahead, pick it up and drag it up. And I think you just ended up selecting the guide instead. So hold down, do Control Z because it looks like you just moved one of the guides. So do Control Z to undo it. Okay. Now I want you to right click on the G for king. Make sure that layer is selected. Select it. And then we can ensure that that's what we have selected over here on the right hand side. So I can check and make sure that that's what I want. Now on the artboard, I want you to hold down Alt, then click and drag that up to make a copy of it. And then just let it go. Okay. Now what I want you to do is click on the of the, and we're going to find out what the name of that font is. Click on the of the. And the name of that font is Animal Script. So now we're going to click on the name copy, name bling copy. Let's click on that. And let's change the character here. Let's change it to Animal Script. And just type in the word animal. There you go. All right, and there are some extra kind of goodies here. I want you to scroll down. We're going to take it off of all caps. So scroll down here. And it looks like, yeah, there's some options. Take off this all caps here. Take off the all caps. All right, so it should be deselected now. Let me make sure. It looks like it's still selected. So click on it one more time. Just click on it one time. And I can't tell if it's selected. Okay, click on it again. I'm sorry, because it's still selected. It might be that the text itself is typed in all caps. So double click on this T here, and I want you to type in the word mom with a capital M. Capital M, lowercase o, lowercase m. Okay, and I want you to select the move tool now to get up out of the text mode. And do Control T. Make sure you're on your move tool. Go to your move tool. And Control T. Okay, go ahead and shrink it down a little bit. You want your mom can kind of overlap his blazer a little bit. And mom, you want to kind of fit in this box. So you can squish it, you can stretch it, whatever you want to do to make it kind of fit here. And that's my suggestion for your typography layout. So keep playing with that. Let me see if anybody else needs help with typography layout, and it looks like you are good to go. And if you want to squish this in a little bit, hold down Shift and grab this little node on the side. Hold down Shift and push that in. And push this in here because you want to make sure that you keep everything important inside of this line. So the M is hanging off right now at the end. You want to make sure that you keep everything inside of there. All right, so you can continue on that path. That looks good. Anyone else? Matter of fact, let me see. Anyone need me to check out their typography right now or their word layout? If you need me to check out your typography or your word layout, give me a 2. Okay, Carol, go ahead and share your screen for me. And we have about 15 minutes left in this session. So at this point, I want everybody to be comfortable with what they're working on. And let me know if you're stuck somewhere, you need a little help, then I will stay. I usually stay after a little bit, but I just want to make sure that everyone who's ready to check out on time is where you want to be. And I'm going to help you out with that. Okay, so Carol, go ahead and unmute your mic for me.
Okay.
Okay, I can hear you.
Yeah, this is where I'm at too. So I think I need to make that Carol a little smaller, I'm thinking.
Okay, so go ahead, right click on Carol's and make sure that you select it. You got to right click on one of the letters and it'll be name bling is the name of that layer. Do Control T.
Nah, they're not letting me do that.
You have a window or something open somewhere because it's it must be on the other screen.
Yeah, let me see. What is that? Okay. Is it one of these? No. Okay. I don't see no.
Carol, do me a favor. Let me I think your screen share just went away.
Oh shoot. Okay. Let me see.
And anyone else want to be next in line for me to check your screen? Go ahead and give me a 2 so I'll know that you need help next. All right, so Carol, let me see for a second. I think, is it allowing me? Let me request control for a second, see if I can get you set up.
I don't.
Okay. Is this still on the TV or is this on the computer monitor now?
It's on the computer monitor now.
Okay, so can you see everything that you need to see?
Yeah, I see
Are all
it.
your toolbars showing up? Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right, so I'm gonna right click on your name bling. I want you to hold down Command and then do T. So it's Command T for Mac, Control T for PC. So hold down Command and then hit T for transform. And then I want you to shrink Carol's so that you're in between those two guidelines.
Okay.
This one and this one, and then you want to be above this.
Okay. Ah, why is it going back big? Oh,
It's just doing that until you hit enter. Go ahead and hit enter and lock that in.
okay.
Then that way it won't be so frustrating to you. And for nest, if you want to make nest bigger, then
Yeah.
right click.
Right
Go,
click.
yep, get nest.
Okay.
Control T. Or
Okay.
Command T, you know what I mean. Go ahead and make that one bigger if you want to make that bigger. Then move it up so that it's within the text safe area. Now I want you to go ahead and turn on. I don't know if you heard me say this, but when you're doing this part, you want to turn on, scroll all the way up to the top and turn on your guidelines. Scroll all the way to the top of your layers over here, all the way up, and then turn this on.
Turn this on. I'm trying to turn it on.
Just hit it one time. If you hit it multiple times, it's going to confuse the computer. Oh, go ahead and hit enter. You got to hit enter because you were changing the size here. So hit enter there, and now you can turn that on.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So you see you have some guidelines there, kind of giving you suggestions of what's text safe and photo safe.
Yeah.
So that's your text safe area there. So you want to take your word nest and bring it up. Otherwise, you're going to definitely cut that off.
Okay, so I gotta go back to, I'm on nest now.
Okay, just go ahead and pull it up then.
Right there.
Pull it. You see this line here is what you're going to cut off.
Oh.
There you go. So you're going to have to figure out if you want nest to be smaller, then you can make it smaller and you can space it out more. If you want to see the nest in the background.
Yeah, that's because it's supposed to be Carol's love nest. And I was using that little part there for the love part.
Oh, well then maybe what you want to do is the word type, instead of saying nest right there, double click on nest, double click that T there.
Double click this.
I
did.
Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to hold down Alt. Up there you go. It was just taking a little time. So go back to the move tool. We're gonna make a copy of that real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's do love in the cursive. How about that?
Okay.
So let's activate Meg over here. Activate this eyeball, and we're gonna play with this.
Oh, so I won't need that nest then, do we?
No, it's okay. We're gonna use it inside of the O. We're gonna use it to make part of the O for love.
Oh,
Okay?
I see. Now, what you want me to do?
Double click on the T for Meg.
Okay.
And then I want you to type love, L-O-V-E. Capital L, lowercase O-V-E. Perfect. All right, now I want you to hit the move tool.
Hit the move tool.
Up here at the top left.
I did.
Okay, now to control T.
Control T.
Or command T, I'm sorry. And make this as big as Carol is. Just make it big. And stop right about there. Okay, hit enter. And then bring this word love right below Carol's. And then what I want you to do, I want you to center Carol's because it's kind of throwing me off right now because it's not centered. So right click on Carol's.
Right click.
Right click on the word Carol's, right?
Okay.
Okay, it's going to be the one that says name bling. And then I want you to hit Control T. And you're going to see where this is. I want that to be right here on this line. So I want you to move that point, scoot it over until it's right there on that line, and it'll be centered for you. You see how that magenta line popped up, letting you know it was centered? Back to the left. You want that middle node. You see how it turned? You see how it turned pink?
Every time I let it go, it moved. More.
Okay. All right, go ahead and hit enter.
I did it pink, but then it's not. Oh,
Just let it lock where it turns pink, because that's letting you know that it's in the center.
yeah.
Okay, and then go ahead and hit enter.
Okay.
Okay. And I think we're going to turn the word love, we're going to turn that into nest. So I want you to double click on the word love. Let that finish. Yeah, double click on the word love. And I want you to type the word nest over there.
Okay.
Okay.
And
There you
then
go. Go ahead and double click on it.
I did. Oh, you're talking about like command?
No, just double click on the L.
I did. It's not.
You got to
doing
double click faster than that because it'll highlight the text.
it. Okay. No.
Double click on this little small E right here.
What it is?
Or the V somewhere else. Double click.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, well just double click on the T over here then, because for some reason it's not working for you.
Yeah.
I think it's just delayed. I think it's delayed.
Oh, this is frustrating. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I gotta get this fixed some kind of way. I might have to just buy all new equipment.
That happens sometimes. Go ahead and type the word nest with a capital N, lowercase est.
Okay.
Okay, and then go to your move tool. All right, and I want you to pull that down and out the way for right now. So just pull it down. It's going to be out of the way, but we'll fix it later. Right there, that's good. Now I want you to take this word nest that's in the straight font, double click on it.
Okay.
If it won't let you double click on it, then just double click on the T over here. On the T, right here in the layers panel.
Oh,
I'm sorry, that's the wrong nest. It's this one.
Yeah.
Double click on this T. And you got to double click on the T though.
Wow. Okay.
And type in love, L-O-V-E.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what we're going to do is go to your move tool here. Right. And I want you to double click on this FX over here for the word love.
This one?
Yeah, double click on the FX.
I came up on the other screen.
Okay, just go ahead and bring that on this screen so we can see it. All right, and pull it over to the right just a little bit so I can still see your text over there. Right there, that's good. And let's do the color overlay. Click on the word color overlay. And instead of black, click on the color overlay.
I did.
I'm sorry, click on the swatch here.
Okay. Wait, I gotta move this out the way. Okay, now it's not.
And I want you to choose one of these reds from this nest right here. So come down here, choose a red from the nest.
This.
Keep going until you find a good red that looks like it blends in well with the nest.
Like that.
Maybe a little bit darker. Right there is good. Go ahead and hit OK.
Huh.
And then go ahead and pull this out and hit OK there. All right. So now the word love, I want you to hit Control T because we're going to transform it and make it a little bit bigger. So make it bigger.
Bigger?
Yeah, a little bit bigger. That's good there. And bring it down. And make it centered how we did before. And I think you have like a space after the E, and that's why it's not looking centered. So hit enter.
Hit enter?
Yeah, hit enter. And I want you to just visually center that this should be like that space in between the O and the V should pretty much be in the middle. So move it over, there you go, right there. Okay, and push it up so that it's right underneath Carol's. Push it up a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit less. There, right where you barely see, a little bit. Just use your arrows. Just inch your arrows.
Okay.
Yeah, do arrow down. That's it, right there. Now arrow to the right a little bit. Okay, that looks good right there. And then I want you to take your nest.
Okay.
And bring it above the word love. So take this nest and drag it above the word love. Okay, and then I want you to do Control T to the nest and shrink it till it just, it kind of touches on the O. I mean, it kind of touches on the V, but it covers up the O. And you want to be hitting Shift right now. Hold down Shift.
Hold on, Chef. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, you don't have to. You're fine because you can shake this up. It doesn't matter because it's kind of abstract. So
Okay.
keep shrinking that down just a little bit.
Okay. Now.
And then hit Enter to see what it looks like. All right. So you covered up that O. That looks good. And I want you to take the word nest now.
Okay.
Take the word nest. Control T. Control T on the nest.
Okay.
And I want you to, it's a little stretched out right now. So I want you to push it, hold down, well, you don't have to hold down Shift because your lock isn't on right now. I want you to take the sides. Wait. See how it's squishing it down? Take the sides and push it in a little bit.
Push it in. Oh. Like that.
Right.
Like
And
that.
hit Enter right there. That looks good. And go ahead and pull it on top of, it's already on top of love. So yeah, there you go. Now you might want nest to be a little bit bigger.
Okay.
And what we're gonna do is bring it all down together. So do Control T for nest.
Control T.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, and make nest about the same width as love.
Okay.
And then that way you can tell whether you want it to be taller or not.
Like that.
Yep, that looks good, but I think you need it to be a little bit taller so it doesn't look so stretched out wide.
Taller. So
Yep.
pull it up. Pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up.
Now.
Okay, so let's see. It looks like you should probably push it in a little bit on the sides. This is still looking a little stretched out. That's good. Right there.
Like that.
And go ahead and hit Enter so we can see what it looks like. All right, and then I'm going to help you out a little bit here. Control T, or hit Command T for me, please.
Okay.
All right, so we got Carol's Love Nest. So I'm going to take all of this, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
It's not
we want to be, hold down Control for me.
Okay. Command.
Yeah, Command.
Still not. Maybe Control. It's not doing it. I held down Command and then didn't do it, and then I did it, and then I held down Control and it didn't do it. Maybe it's oh, there you go.
I just did Shift. Shift selects everything together, but Control selects it independently. I'm just going to do Control G. So everybody, all your logo text that you have right now, I want you to select all of it and then do Control G. So in your case, it's going to be Command G. So hit Command G. You see how it just made that a whole group and made it a folder?
Yeah.
And now when you do Control T or Command T, do Command T.
Manty.
Now you can move that as if it's one big old logo. You see that?
Yes.
So go ahead and shrink it just a little bit.
Okay.
That's good right there. Hit enter.
Okay.
And then drag it up so that you're not cutting off the word nest. Just drag it up just a little bit.
Okay.
But Carol, you want to make sure you're centering it now. You keep an
Okay.
eye on where your center is. You see where it'll highlight pink for you. Did you see it highlight
Yeah,
pink?
highlight
Right there.
pink.
Perfect. Perfect. When you find that pink, that's it.
Yeah.
I know it keeps shifting. It's because it's a little delay. Photoshop is probably wearing your computer a little thin. It's bothering your computer a little bit. But it's okay. You're doing.
So what should I do? Get a new computer? I'm gonna need a new PC and a desktop, or what should I do?
Contact Photoshop. Let them know that you're having delays when you're using the program, and they will help you. They can basically check your performance and see if you need any help. All right, there's one more thing that I want to do. I want you to right click on the word love.
All right.
Like right click on the V or the L, it doesn't matter. Yeah, right click. So select the word love, and it's going to open up that folder.
Okay.
And I want you to copy the layer style there. So right click and scroll down where it says copy layer style. Scroll down. Keep going. So do copy layer style. And then on the love nest, on the actual nest there, I want you to click on it in the layers panel. Right click. And I want you to paste the layer style. Scroll all the way down till it tells you can paste the layer style. Did you copy? You did copy the layer style?
I thought I did.
Okay, let's try it again because it's not visible, which means it's probably not active. So right click on love again. Copy the layer style. Right there. Okay. Now right click on the love and paste the layer style. Paste the layer style.
Okay. Did that work? I didn't see nothing happen.
No, it didn't work. It didn't paste the layer style. Try right click on it again and go to paste layer style.
Okay.
Okay, now it worked. Okay, so the only thing that I really want to keep here is the drop shadow and maybe the gold around the outside, right? So let's take off the color overlay. Let's turn the eyeball off for the color overlay.
Color overlay. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay.
All right, let's turn the gradient overlay off. Let's turn off the satin. And I think we're going to keep everything else here. So now I want you to go to effects.
Okay.
Double click on the word effects.
Okay.
And we're going to go to the blending options up here. Make sure we have blending options selected.
Blending option.
Okay. Now we're going to check off blend interior effects as group. Check that off.
Okay.
Okay. Check off layer mask hides effects.
Okay.
And then check off the last one.
Why am I checking these?
Oh, and uncheck this one. You'll see in just a second. Uncheck that one.
I did.
Okay. Go ahead and hit OK here. And it should have, opacity. I want you to change this opacity to 100% and this fill to 100%.
Oh. Okay.
And then change the fill to 100%.
Okay.
Okay, do you see what it just did?
Yeah, I was wondering where my eggs went.
Yeah, it was transparent and then it had some blending modes affecting it. So I just I had you change, that's what I had you checking off those boxes for. So that's your logo.
Yay! I did it. Well,
You did it.
of course. I just gotta do my back to change that background, right?
Well, let me show you just how to do a quick color change, okay? Because that's probably all. Well, no, because we need to show other people how to pull in their image now, because I think we missed that part of the video.
Okay.
All right, so so we'll go ahead and do that now. We're running a little late, but we'll go ahead and get that in for you. So I want you to zoom in a little bit, Control plus, and then I want you to save. So Control S. Make sure you're saving because you did a lot of work. I want you to make sure you keep up with it.
Yes.
All right, so we'll just be patient, let that save.
Thank you for your patience, Shadow.
Of course, girl.
I'm gonna call Photoshop tomorrow and see what they say and what I need to do, because I like to be embarrassing like this.
It's okay, and this just lets you know that this is just the tip of the iceberg. So when you get real heavy into your photoshopping, you know what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I need to move move that E over. Is over the circle? Do you think, or you can't really? I might have to move my picture over.
Yeah, we'll work on that in a little bit. I want you to go ahead and get the background set up, and then
Okay.
once we get that set up, you can play with it afterwards and kind of tweak all your elements. And then I'll show you. I don't know, do you want it to be in a circle like that?
I don't think so.
Okay. So if you remind me before we leave, I'll show you how to fade off those edges, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so as a matter of fact, right now, go ahead and right click on your image, and I want you to turn that visibility off for the image so we can just see the background right now.
All right.
Go to your image edit right there, and click on the eyeball to turn that off.
Okay.
All right, and since we got everything centered now, I want you to scroll all the way up to the top here, and we're gonna turn off that guide layer.
Okay.
Go ahead and turn that one off. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is click on this gradient area here. Let's see, I see a little pink, a little blue right here where I'm drawing the X. Right click on that.
Okay.
And we're to go to the solid fill. Go ahead and go to that solid fill.
Okay.
And we're going to turn on this top color overlay, and that's gonna be the black color overlay.
Oh, this one.
The top one.
Oh, the top one.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Click where this pink is because it'll turn the eyeball on.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So already that's kind of grounding the design, right? So we got the black. We still we'll keep. I think it's gonna look cute with the red and the animal print. I like that.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at this. Let's go to where we have the water right now. Right click on that. Right click on it and go to wet. That's the layer. And I want you to turn on the eyeball for the animal fur. Okay. So that's what it looks like with all animal fur and no color. If you want to see what it looks like with color instead, I want you to, we're going to create a new fill layer, okay? So let's go to layer up at top here. We're going to do a new fill layer, and we're going to do a grade right here. New fill layer, I'm circling it. Did you, no, cancel that. Cancel that. Layer, and I'm circling it. New fill layer right here. Do you see me circling it? Scroll.
You're circling it? I don't see you circling nothing.
Just it's not in that new. I'm saying new fill layer. Look right below what you're looking at right now.
Oh.
New fill layer. Do you see a new fill layer?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And then I want you to do gradient.
Okay.
All right, and just say okay here.
Okay.
And then we're going to click on the gradient.
Okay.
And we're going to click on the black and white.
Okay.
All right, so for the black, we're going to choose a really dark red. I want you to choose a dark red from inside of your nest color there. So double click on that black. Yep, double click on that color stop. And then I want you to go to your artboard.
Artboard?
And pick one of those dark reds in your artwork, in the hearts.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Pick a dark red though, like a shadow.
Like this?
Like the shadow between the hearts. That dark color.
Shadow.
Do you see what my X is that I made? Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Okay. But it's not doing. Oh, there you go.
Okay, so then that gives you a really deep red. Say okay.
Okay.
And then I want you to double click on the white color stop.
Okay.
And we're going to choose one of the brighter reds, or you can choose the red from the L.
Which one I think you? Okay.
Okay, hit okay. And then we're gonna hit new because we're gonna save this.
Okay.
And if we have this animal layer off, it'll be previewing for it. So what we're gonna do is hit okay here.
Okay.
And hit okay again.
Okay.
And we're gonna turn off this layer right here for the animal print that's above the gradient.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you get to bring your red in, right?
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna suggest because you have a little more pure red in your graphics, right? So
Yeah.
let's click on the gradient here.
The gradient.
Right here in the layers panel, I'm putting the X on it.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Click on that.
I
You
did.
might have to double click it to open it up.
I did.
All right. Okay, so now let's click on the gradient here.
Ooh.
And I think you just missed and select another one, but those are also some pretty colors. Let's go back to the gradient that you created.
Yeah.
Okay. And what we're going to do, we're going to take this burgundy color. We're going to shift it towards the middle.
Okay.
Pull it towards that middle. And when you get it in the middle, just stop.
Okay.
Right there, stop. Now I want you to select one of your bright reds.
Okay.
Okay. Now, once you tap it and this color becomes activated, it automatically will make a copy as long as you tap somewhere else where there is no color stop. So tap right there when I put the X, and you will magically create one of those reds. And try to move it right now.
Move it.
Hold on, let me get my drawing out of your way. Yeah, move it just a little bit. Perfect, right there. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
You see how that does?
Yeah.
So it kind of, and then you can shift, like you can pull this to the left or to the right, and you can kind of see how you want your gradient to affect your design.
Okay.
Now keep in mind, most of your size shirts, your large extra large is gonna cut off right about here. So you're just gonna see a little hint of red down there anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, then that way it kind of gives you a nice little visual 3D effect when you use gradients, okay? So that looks good. Go ahead and you can hit new because now that's a whole new gradient. See how it's different from this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you have a couple of gradients. Go ahead and hit okay. And hit okay again. How do you like your background?
Yeah, I like it.
All right, so here's another thing I want to show you. If you bring this gradient layer, okay? If you take this gradient layer, I want to show you something. Drag it up here underneath this other gradient layer.
Oh.
And let it go.
Ooh.
No, not that. Do Control Z. I need you to drag it underneath the gradient fill layer, and it needs to turn into double lines. Go ahead, drag it until you see the double lines. Double lines. Go up. One more. Nope. Matter of fact, bring it above that one. Drag it right on top of the gradient fill. Drag it on top of it. Just drag it right on top. Okay. Yep. And then I want you to play with your blend mode now. So come up here instead of normal.
Oh.
I want you to come up here to normal and go to all the way down to color.
To color?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that, and then I want you to try something else. Go to color again. Go to your blend mode, and this time go to hue.
Oh,
go to hue.
Huh? I'll
go to hue. There you go.
Oh.
So what hue does is anything that's not black or white, it changes to a red tint. Now I want you to go back there to your blend mode and try multiply.
Okay.
All the way up. Okay, so I'm just giving you some ideas of how you may or may not want to use these different blend modes. So now you still use the animal print, but you're kind of coloring it. Now here's this, what I want you to try this time. Take
Okay.
this gradient overlay, and I want you to drag it right between these two groups. You will see you'll see a double line.
Right there? That's it?
No, but try it right there and we'll see. You just don't want it to drop it into a group. Let it go.
Yeah. Did that work?
Yes, it worked. And what I'm seeing here is that it colored in.
Only one side?
Let's scroll down a little bit and activate your leopard fur. Activate the leopard here. What I'm circling. Put on the eyeball there.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, do you see what it just did?
Yeah.
So now you have some of the animal print that's colored red and some of the
Yeah.
animal print that's natural color. And I think that looks really cool. You like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it without my picture too.
Well, that was the next thing. Let's go ahead and activate the photo now. So scroll all the way up and turn your photo on.
Okay. I don't see my photo.
Okay. So we don't see the photo. It must be somewhere hidden.
Maybe it's in the photo group.
No, it probably, I mean, the photo group is open, so you can scroll and see. Scroll down. Oh, there it is right there, image edit. Turn that on. And your image, your photo is supposed to be on top of this photo group. So bring it on top, not in the folder, but on top of that folder layer.
On top of the folder?
On top of the folder layer. So it'll turn into double lines. Above it, it'll turn into double lines.
Right there?
Right, yeah. I think your double lines don't show up, but yeah, right there. Right there is fine.
Say one line. I just see one line.
Right. Okay, go ahead and do Control T.
Control T.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, and just go ahead and size that down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I want to make sure, I'm going to show y'all before we end tonight, which I know we're already in overtime. I'm going to show y'all how to turn this into a 13 by 19 design, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead and hit enter. All right, so now what I want you to do is create a layer mask. So we're going to kind of fade off the edges of this graphic. Okay.
Okay.
And I want you to grab your paintbrush.
Okay.
So let's see, where is your paintbrush? It might be here. Click on this arrow because that's not a paintbrush. Click down on that down arrow right there where I put the pink spot.
Yeah.
Hold it down.
Wait a minute.
Hold it down right there.
There you
And then select the regular brush tool.
Okay.
All right, and I want you to select a soft round brush up here. Let's do soft round. That's your general brush there. Perfect. All right, and 700 pixels is good to go. Let's go ahead and kind of hover over your artboard so you can see how big that brush is gonna look.
Yeah.
That's good. Now we have to make sure, I want you to click somewhere like here. I don't want you to click on the artboard. I just want you to click somewhere kind of off the, yeah, off your image. And I want you to make sure, see how you don't have your default black and white selected right now?
Where is that?
Look down here, the bottom left of the screen where I'm circling.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to hit the default button. Hit it.
Hit it.
Uh-huh. And now black is not to the front. So how do we get black to the front?
You hit it.
Reverse. Hit this reverse.
Yeah.
All right, now we have black to the front. So black is gonna hide and white's gonna show, right? Black is gonna conceal while white reveals. I want you to start sweeping around here. Excuse me.
Nothing happening.
Let it go.
Okay.
I think that's your Photoshop acting up right now. Go ahead and save.
Okay. Ooh. Where's my save? I'm just
Right there. It's Control S or Command S.
Yeah, I see it.
Excuse me. Right now it looks like it's saving. So what you may have to do if it doesn't update, because what you did, you just took away some of that mask, so that should start disappearing a little bit.
It did.
Save it, close down, and if it doesn't show it, close down this file and then open it back up, okay?
Try.
But you're almost done. You are almost there. You hear me? You are looking good.
Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. So does anyone else need help right now? Well, we're going to go ahead and turn into a 13 by 19. So if you don't want to stick around for this part and you're tired and you're ready to go to bed, I completely understand. I will have this recording uploaded tonight so that you can wrap it up. So I'm going to tell you all that every time we do a class, we have a competition, okay? Healthy competition. I want everyone, whether you're competing or not, to post in the Innate Creatives group, post what you did in class, one, and then the second, you're gonna post right next to it. You're gonna show what you did in class, and then you're going to post your final project. So maybe you brought in a PNG, maybe you changed your colors up. I don't care what you did. You don't have to do a whole new project. You just have to change something about what you did in class, okay? So those of you who wanted to do multiple photos, that's your opportunity to do extra photos, etc. Okay, so I want you to make a post and show me what you did for classwork, and then show me also what you did for your final project. And whoever wins the contest will get $100 in free templates, okay? So I definitely want everyone to participate. All right, even I don't care how fantastic you think somebody else's design might have been. You never know, according to the judges, who's gonna pick the final design, okay? So I welcome y'all to stick around. I'm going to stick around for a few more minutes to make sure that y'all wrap up well. And if you're ready to go to bed, I completely understand, and I appreciate your time tonight, and you all did a beautiful job.
Thank you. I appreciate you working with us.
Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome. All right, so so Carol, this is what I need you to do. I need you to shut down and open back up, and then in the meantime, I'm going to see if anybody else needs a little help, and we'll come back to you, okay? All right, so let's see. Natanya, go ahead and share your screen. You said you want to do to print 24 inches. I got you. Go ahead and share your screen for me. So this next step is going to be important. If you have a full bleed shirt, you're probably also going to want to offer 13 by 19s just because you'll have a less expensive option. Oh, that looks so good. Beautiful. I love it, love it, love it.
Thank you.
Okay, I see why you was over there quiet, because you didn't want nobody to see what you was working on. Okay. All right, so so this is perfect. We're going to get ready to turn this into a 13 by 19-ish design. All that means is that we're going to make it something that has a clean kind of edge to it. You can make it whatever size you want. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This looks so good. All right, so go ahead, make sure you save where you are right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So after you save, pretty much when you're ready to take it down in size, you pretty much are finalized with your design. You don't want to be, oh, well, maybe I still want to, this, that, and other. So we're going to imagine, and I think this is definitely print ready, ready to go. I love it. So what we're going to do right now is do file save as, okay? So when we do a save as, we're telling the system that we want a whole nother version of this. Oh, we got to let it finish regular saving.
Yeah.
Kind of jumping the gun there. My bad. That's me. That's my bad. Okay. So let's do file save as, and the word all over is in the front, right? So let's take the word all over off, and then you'll know automatically that this is the non all over version.
Okay.
So when it allows, is that dialog box popping up on a different screen?
The who box?
Is the save as, is that dialog box popping up on a different screen?
Somehow
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's save as, wherever you want to save it as. You can take off the all over off the front and then just hit enter, and it'll save that as a different file. And you'll know because it'll change the name of your file here in the tab here. It'll change that.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, I think I know what I did. I don't know why I did whatever. Okay. I think it saved.
All right. Yep, it did, because now it doesn't have all over in the front. Perfect. Now, the first thing I want you to do is notice that there is an automatic kind of layer mask on the newer all over file. So scroll all the way down. Oh, actually, I see it right here. Your background. I'm sorry. That background right there. Go ahead and right click, or just click on this layer mask. Click on that red X.
Okay.
And see how it activates that layer mask?
Okay.
Girl, you ready to go. See how I love for it to like make voila magic for you. Okay. But that's not the end of the magic. You know, we want to go ahead and crop it down to size, right? But
Okay.
that is beautiful right there, like ready to print. I'm so excited for this. This looks good, girl.
What did you use to cartoon that? That is perfect.
Did you did that on the app that we were using in class?
I was using that, but I wasn't getting it, so I just went to this photo art thing in my phone.
Okay, well, you gotta share that with us, sis. What was the name of the app?
I'm gonna tell you right now. It's a Photo Lab.
Okay, so everybody, Photo Lab. Y'all put that in your notes. Photo Lab. There's another one called Cartoon Me that I think Cartoon Me is what people say that they use. So I want y'all to, you know, when you do your homework, this is part of what you can play with extra. You don't have to do everything exactly like we did in class. I want you to put a little some extra into it, okay? So yeah, I love this. This looks really good. So Photo Lab and Cartoon Me. I need to put that in my notes. So Erica, do me a favor and put that in the notes. Photo Lab and Cartoon Me, and we're gonna add that to what y'all can do for the final contribution. All right, so it looks great. You ready to crop this baby down?
I am.
Okay, so let's grab the crop tool. And it would be over here on the left-hand side somewhere. I don't see it on here. If I don't see it, then go right here to these little ... extra stuff here.
Okay.
Wish I could have called it something other than ... extra stuff. But there it is, crop tool right there.
Okay.
All right. Now, what we're going to do before we start moving it in, we're going to type the number 13. Oh, no, what did you say? Most people are going to do 13 and 19. You want to do 24, right?
Yeah, if I want to do like a 13 by 19, then that or a whole all over. I want to see how, I don't know if I have to break it into like what is it, tiles or something like that?
Right. So let me ask you this. What kind of printer are you printing from?
Epson F570.
So you have the ability to print 24 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is one thing that I'm starting to do. I'm starting to do jumbo prints, and Carol's here. Carol did some jumbo prints for one of her projects, and it turned out really nice. It ended up being like 18 inches by 26 inches, and it looked colossal, even on those big old 4X shirts. Mm-hmm. So, and I only took 2 presses. And no, you didn't have to worry about the sleeves getting in there, none of that stuff. So I would encourage you to take this design just like it is right now. Mm-hmm. Let those sleeves stay white, girl, and press 2 times and have it done.
That is true.
Okay, so if you try that, definitely let us see, because I think that your customers will like it, and it's a step down from the all overs, but a step up from the 13 by 19s. So I'm performing a little price list for y'all, or compiling the price list for y'all to do your 13 by 19s versus the jumbo prints versus the all overs. So then you can give your customer a little range. Oh, you don't want to pay $45, $50 a shirt for all over? Here's my $40 option. Here's my $25 option. You know, that sort of thing. So maybe you'll have a $25 version for the 13 by 19. Maybe you'll have the $35 version for the jumbo prints, and then $45 and up for the all overs.
I like that.
Okay, so when you have to tile, baby, make them work for whenever you have to work.
I'm with you.
All right, so let's just say we're going to do 13 by 19 because that's what most people are going to do. You can imagine that you're going to do 24 by something else. I will tell you this, from what I've seen, a large shirt pretty much is 18 inches from inside of the sleeve to the other inside of the sleeve, right?
Right.
So you don't really want to go too much outside of 18 inches because what happens is, like, let's say you had some text up here.
Mm-hmm.
When you get into the sleeve, it's going to kind of fade it out right there because it's going to have uneven pressure depending on what you're using to press it. So your best bet is to kind of keep it 18 by 26 inches. Hell, you can do 18 by 24, then you can print them puppy sideways, right?
Yep.
There you go. All right, so as long as you keep it to a 13 by 19 ratio, you can always make it fit whatever size a 24 inch is going to be, right?
Okay.
Okay, so let's do that. So let's put 13 up here. All right, and then let's put 19 there. And you see it's going to give you that nice kind of 13 by 19 ratio. And I want you to control minus one time just to kind of zoom out a little bit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see you have a little bit of space. You can come in just a little bit here, but what you don't want to do, you don't want to get too close to any of your art because you don't want to miss it, cut it off.
Okay.
So pull this in just a little bit.
Too close.
See that little, yep, you want to give your drop shadow a little bit of space. And just make sure you're pulling it in on the sides to make it still be even. So you want to have the same amount of white space on each side.
Yeah, what did I just do?
Uh-oh, it just made that little tiny selection and it's going to crop everything else off. So you don't even hit cancel. It don't, Photoshop, I don't even know why it has a cancel button. You can hit that X and see if it, because every time I hit it, it never does what I want it to do. So see how it just does what it wants to do anyway? So go ahead and hit escape.
Okay.
Because what it just did, it just cropped and you didn't want it to. So you can hit escape or control Z.
Control Z.
Okay, yeah, Photoshop has a little mind of its own. All right, so let's go ahead, let's reactivate this this mask again. You gotta turn on the background and just activate the mask. Just click on that X on the mask.
Lord.
There you go. And activate the mask there.
Okay.
All right, so let's try this again. Let's grab our crop tool. So now if we select that, a crop tool will be selected by default. And let's, it selected a magnetic lasso. So go ahead and grab the crop tool. There you go. And 13 by 19. And let's pull it out a little bit. It'll automatically get a little taller. Okay, and pull it out on this side a little bit too. And make sure we clear that shadow. Perfect, right there.
Okay.
Go ahead and hit enter. Oh, wait, before you hit enter, damn. Okay, so this is what's happening. You see at the top it says delete cropped pixels, and this is okay because this is our 13 by 19 design. So anything that's outside of this little area, it's gonna cut all that mess off. So if you didn't already have your all over version saved, which you do, so that's good. I don't like to crop off my pixels outside of here because let's say I want to make this a bigger design later or I want to shift it over. Guess what? If you had something cut off here, it's going to be long gone. You won't be able to shift it over. It's going to cut off right at the edge of this paper. Okay? So that delete crop pixels is really important to keep that. But this is going to be fine for the sake of getting this done. Now, also, I want you to pay attention to the fact that I can move this mask. I have a little bit of extra room at the top and bottom, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so I want you to go to this background here. So click on just the layer mask right here.
Okay.
Click on that and hit Control T just on that layer. And then I want you to pull it up a little bit. Okay, I was saying to stretch it up.
Oh, stretch it, okay.
Not by the corner, do Control Z. But right here on this node right here, just pull that particular one up. And then hold down your shift key while you're doing that.
Okay, so go back down and do it.
Yeah, go back down and then hold down shift while you're pulling it. And then I want you to, don't go too close to the top, bring it right there, stop.
Okay.
Pull it up a little bit. And then I want you to pull this one down a little bit.
I don't know, I'm holding shift, but it's not holding everything.
Yeah, shift is allowing you to stretch it disproportionately. Go ahead and pull it down a little bit. Right there, hit enter.
Okay.
All right, so I'm trying to figure out what, if it's doing what we need to do. Go to the move tool.
I felt like it was the only one of the layers that was kind of moving.
Right, it might have been, oh, you know what, auto select is on. So it was selecting what it wanted to move right then.
Okay.
We wanted it to move the mask and it was moving some other stuff. So we're gonna turn, after this finishes, we're gonna turn auto select off because we know what we want to select. Photoshop don't know what we're doing. So we're gonna select this.
Okay.
Control T. Or you don't even have to hit Control T because it's already ready for you. Pull that down a little bit. Hold down Shift while you do it. Okay, but you don't want to go all the way to the bottom. Right there is good.
Okay.
And go ahead and hit enter. All right. Now it looks like, remember I told you we had delete those crop pixels?
Yes.
Okay, so now that's coming to bite us in the behind. So all we're gonna do is right click right here and we're gonna grab whatever this layer is. Do, is that it, the gate?
Is it this one?
It's probably, yeah, terrazzo. Okay, I want you to make it bigger so that it fills in that layer mask. So just make it bigger.
Am I moving the whole thing or no?
Looks like, I'm not certain. I think when we crop the pixels, it crops something.
Cropped.
Oh, you know what? No, your something is cropped here, but it should still be showing your mask layer here. Let's just go back to what I was talking about, not deleting the crop pixel. So let's go back to history. Let's go to your history tab and let's go back before we cropped. So it will be right here. So go to this layer, just click on this layer, the name of this layer. This one right here, the one that I'm coloring on top of.
Okay.
All right. So this time we're going to go to the crop tool again. And we're going to make sure that delete crop pixels is off.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to try this one more again. All right. Perfect. And then we'll go back to our layers and we'll turn on our layer mask. And go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. Make sure we cover all of our bases and have a little white space around it. Last thing you want is for something to look like it's faded off real cool and clean, and then you done cut off the drop shadow somewhere so it has a hard line anyway.
Why is it doing
Did you happen to hit enter?
that? I think I hit the select tool.
Okay, because yeah, whenever you're in crop mode, you have to finish cropping. Otherwise, when you come out of crop mode, it will automatically crop for you.
Mm.
So if you don't like it, you can undo, but we're gonna have to wait for it to do what it wants to do in the meantime.
It's fighting me right now.
It's okay. It's actually it's moving faster than sometimes mine does whenever I'm doing all this zooming and video recording. So we just let it. You got to imagine this is a huge file.
It is. I saw it when I downloaded. It was like a whole gig and change. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. This one's a pretty hefty file. Now, what you can do is you can dumb down some of these layers. Like you can dumb down the resolution and all of that, because even these tigers and the cats are high resolution. So if you don't need them to be that big, you can dumb them down. I just made them large format so that no matter how big you blow them up, you'll be able to
put it in my Google thingy.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I don't keep these on my hard drive at all. Go ahead and go back to your history. Go back one.
Go one up.
Yeah, one up. And let's redo the crop.
Okay, let's try this again.
It's all right. We're definitely gonna learn through repetition tonight. All right. So yeah, we had a 13 by 19. Go ahead and activate. There you go. Oh, you got it by now. Now go ahead and move that. I see my arrows are still there. Go ahead and move that out a little bit.
Okay. Don't hold shift?
Now what you did, I'm gonna show you what you just did. You created a new square instead of the, so just don't hit, yeah, I was gonna say you can do
So
that.
don't
So
hold
just,
shift.
no, you don't have to hold shift at all. It's only gonna let you do the ratio that it has. You just wanna make sure you have a little white space on those edges and that you're pretty even. Okay, and when you get it where you want it, you have delete crop pixels off now. So that's good. Now hit enter. And you may have to hit enter twice. And if you don't want to hit enter, you also have, usually you have a little check mark up there you can hit.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So now it's going to do what we want to do.
okay.
And now I think I understand what was happening here. We have space down here that we didn't have before. That's what it was cutting off. It's actually the edge of the artboard. So we probably should have pushed our crop up a little bit. Yeah. Okay, and I'll tell you right now that this, if you want to save a little ink, then leave it this size. Me, I tend to go all a little extra and sometimes hurting myself when I do so. That's why I be pulling it up and making it a little taller, you know, because I'm trying to get the biggest bang for my buck on a 13 by 19. That's when I'm printing for myself. When I'm printing for other people and I'm designing for other folks, I'm like, yeah, let me shrink that down, save me a little ink and paper. All right, so you can save this as is, but I'm showing you how I would do if it was mine.
Okay.
So obviously this is your shirt, right? Okay, so let's do, let's go to this layer mask now and do what we were trying to do before. Okay, so now let's do Control T. And I want you to pull this up a little bit.
Okay.
And hold down Shift when you do it so that we can disproportionately pull it up. See what is happening now? We're exposing a little bit more of that pretty background.
Okay.
Okay. And then I want you to hit enter. And let's turn off this background right here. I mean, I'm sorry, this layer. That's the t-shirt layer.
Okay.
All right, same thing with down here. We'll go back to our layer mask and Control T. And let's pull this one down a little bit. That way we make the most of our real estate here.
Okay, I think that's as far as it's gonna go right there.
And it just depends on, you can pull it down further. I'm gonna show you what's going on. Now that we don't have to delete crop pixels, go ahead and hit enter. And let's right click on our image now. Or right click, yeah, wherever the gate is. Make sure we're off the crop tool. Let's get on the move tool because that crop tool scares me. When you just, you know, stay on it and you don't know what you're doing, you'll end up cropping something and waiting 30 minutes again. Right click here on the gate. That one, the terrazzo. The terrazzo.
Oh, terrazzo.
Okay, you see how that stopped early? Now go ahead and pull that down. And there's something else that's stopping it too, but that's not the only thing. Go ahead, pull that down. And then let's see, what else do we need to pull down? We need to pull this one up.
Okay. This one here?
Yeah, no, still the terrazzo. We need to pull it up a little bit. So right click and make sure you choose the terrazzo. See where it stops. Go ahead and pull it up. You don't care. We have a mask, so we're protected. And when we go all the way to the top, hit enter. And that's cool. Let me see. I'm gonna, as a matter of fact, do you mind if I turn on the mouse here? I'm gonna see what's kind of stopping us right now.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay. It's probably asking me to give me permission to take over the mouse. All right, let's see what's going on here. What's stopping short? Terrazzo here is definitely extended. I see the black here. Something is stopped here. Yeah, for some reason, it might be something with the rendering because I'm still on the artboard. I'm just barely moving it and it's looking like it's cut off here, but it's not. That's a little odd, but hey, we'll leave it alone. Yeah. We got it. We got it as good as we needed to print right now. So here's the deal. So everyone else will be making this 13 by 19, right? If you want to make it the 18-inch that I was telling you, what you would do is come up here to image and go to image size now. So everybody else, see how big it is? It's a 28 by 41. If you make this 13 inches, it should automatically make it 19 inches high.
Okay.
Okay. And we needed to keep that lock on. So we put 13 here and it's going to make it 13 by 19. And maybe we want to bring this to absolute 19. See how much smaller that file size is? So now let's say you want to do your maximum size. Let's say, because you can't print quite 24, so maybe it's more like 23 inches high. So you put your 23 there, and now you end up with basically a 16 by 23. That's still substantial. Okay. As a matter of fact, for the medium shirts, 16 is as wide as you can go without going over the seams of the sleeve for the chest. Okay, so this is a good size. If you did, let's say you did 23 as your height and let it reduce down to 15, this is probably going to end up being more like a 14, you know, because you have a little white space on the side. It'll end up being like a 14 by 22 pressed onto the shirt. It'll still take 2 presses, but this will look really substantial on any size shirt, but especially smalls, mediums, large, extra large. It's going to take up the whole front.
Okay.
Okay, so anybody else might do 13 and it'll end up saying 19. So for you, you might want to do like try out this 15 and a half by 23 or whatever. Okay. If you were to put 24, you end up with basically a 16 by 24. So you can tell people it's a 16 by 24, but of course you're going to reduce it a little bit. Okay. Okay. So now you can choose to save this as you want to, just so that you have it in your, you know, kind of understanding of how you saved it if you need to backtrack. But that's the last step. When you hit OK, now all of a sudden this whole Photoshop file is now a 16 by 24. Okay. Okay. And you can imagine how many of those you can print and still, you know, basically not have to tile all over the shirt. All right.
I haven't done it all over yet. I'm kind of nervous on how to do it, so I've been kind of stepping back a little bit.
Well, let's do this. This is a very good segue. So if you can do 2 presses and overlap those presses and do an oversized, do your jumbo print, then the next step up is just tiling, and you will only have to tile 2 sheets. So you have roll media, right?
I think I should be able to do all of that with 1 press.
So what size press do you have?
The Heatronics, I think it was 16 by 20.
So a 16 by 20 is just the same as pressing like a 13 by 19. You're pretty much going to get that in 1 press. But if you do like 16 by 24, you're going to have to turn that thing sideways. It's going to be 2 presses. So, but you'll actually be able to kind of get it bigger than, because 19 inches, we're really not printing 13 by 19. We're really printing 12 by 17, right? So when you print 16 by 24, you're really printing somewhere like 15 by 23. So it may not seem like that much bigger, but those two presses, or like I was telling you, the 18 by 26, that size looks really huge. You're just gonna waste up a little more paper because you're printed the other way around. Okay. But my suggestion is try these bigger prints and just tell people this is my my jumbo size or my super size prints. And then once you get them on the super size prints, if they really want the all overs, then just let them pay that difference. And if you need the prints, you know, we can ship you the all over prints and you can press them yourself. That way you're not having a tile. But for your purpose, you have a 24-inch printer, so you're able to do just 2 tiles.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, that's great. Especially coming from when I first started, I was doing 6 to 8 tiles of 13 by 19 sheets, and then even with the roll media, I was doing three tiles with the roll media, and then it's just always something. If you end up with one little sliver in the middle of the face, and of course you're always tiling through the middle of somebody's face or the middle of the text, and then it just never works out quite right for all of the shirts.
You're
so,
right. I had, the work for a 7220, and the printing on that used to just really irritate me. I was like, just forget it. I'm always putting it in ink. I was like, I'm done.
I feel you. But and I've dealt with it for years. I have several of them. I still have several of them. I usually have 4 or 5 of them going at a time, and it's just because one of them will start acting up on me. I'm like, you know what? You're not gonna ruin my day. I'm gonna come over here to my friend and let him work for the day while I troubleshoot you tomorrow while I have some time.
That's exactly how that was happening.
Yeah. Okay, so you're good to go. Go ahead, and if you want to hit OK, you can. If you want to hit cancel because you don't want to save it to this dimension quite yet, then but if you hit OK, I want you to notice, see how that file size changes based on the width and the height of the document.
Once I go into the printer and I think I change it, it'll change, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, when you go to, like, let's say if you saved it as a 13 by 19 and you want to blow it up to 24 inches, you just tell it that you want it to be a different size. But I don't print from these Photoshop files. These Photoshop files are huge. I save it as a JPEG or even a PNG if you're having things that you're tiling like that, and then I print that.
Okay.
Because it saves you a lot of, see how automatically it made that file smaller?
Sure did.
So that's it. That's ready to print.
All your help, ma'am.
You're welcome. So make sure that you post it in Creatives, because I'm telling y'all gonna set the stage. This class here, y'all came up with some fire designs. I'm so excited. Like, this is I might even have to run this class again, because I know that so many, after y'all post, so many people are going to be wanting to take the class live. I may give it another shot.
Yeah.
All right, so anybody else need any help? Because it's midnight, and I know, we all probably kind of pushing it right now.
I have a question.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, ma'am. Who is? Yes, Kia?
Yeah, can you show me how to, in the back, like I seen how you change the colors for the fur. I just wanted to see if we could change, like, show me how to change the back of mine to where it is, where it can be green, like I can change the color.
Okay, go ahead and share your screen for me. And that way you could just hover your mouse over the part that you say you want to change, and then I got you.
So, like, hold on, there it is. Hold on, let me go to it. Hold on. Okay, so see here, like in here, because of it being the Gucci print, I kind of like don't want to see like zebra and the I want to do like the red or something.
Okay, well, let's do that then. Now, do you want it to be like a color that fades from one to another? Do you want it to be like, how about this? We'll make it, and then you'll tell me what you like. Okay, so right now, I want you to click on whatever you don't like. The easiest way to find out what you're working on is to right click on it. So if you don't like the zebra, right click on the zebra. And then you see where it says leopard fur copy to. That's what you're on right now. Click on that. All right, and we're gonna create a new layer right on top of that, okay? So let's go to layer.
Oh, here. Okay. Layer.
Layer. Let's go to a new fill layer right here.
Okay.
All right, and let's choose, you want to do a gradient or a solid color?
Maybe let's try it. Let's see what a gradient looks like.
Okay, let's do gradient. You can always switch. Solid color is like the easiest thing to do. So let's go to gradient then. And you can always default to a solid color.
Okay.
Go to gradient.
So this
and say okay here.
Now click here.
And let's click on the gradient. And in this case, let's open up the basics because we just want that black and white one. Open up the basics folder. You'll click on that arrow right there to the left side. Okay, and click on the black and white. And move this window over just a little bit so we can see that green and that red Gucci. Okay, all right, so what I want you to do for the black here, let's double click on this color stop. You see the color stop there? Double click on it. Move that over to the right a little bit.
This?
Yeah, move this window over to the right a little bit so we can see the green and the red again. Okay, so now I want you to click on one of the greens, wherever you put, whichever green you like. Wherever I put that X is probably a good place. All right, so go ahead and hit OK. If that's the green that you want, hit OK. Right here. Hit OK there.
Limey kind of green. I want it to be a little darker.
Okay, well, you could choose a darker green.
Yeah, I want to go here.
And I want you to keep in mind that it is darker. You just don't see it right now because it's all the way under here. So when we choose the other color, it's going to blend away from white. So whatever color you choose, go ahead and hit OK. And then choose the white here. Double click on that color stop. And choose one of your burgundy colors or your red colors, whichever one you want to click there. Off of the artboard. Okay, go ahead and hit OK. All right, and once you hit OK here, go ahead and hit new right here. Now, wait a minute, go ahead and scroll, before you hit new, scroll down. I want to show you where it's going to go. If you scroll all the way down, it'll create the new swatch towards the bottom. So scroll down.
All the way at the bottom.
To the bottom right here where I'm drawing the arrow.
Oh, on this way, okay.
All right, and then go ahead and hit new. Okay, well, I think because you had a folder open, that's where it saved it, and that's not where you want it to save. So scroll back up, and I want you to close up that folder so it doesn't save it there. Because you're never going to guess that that's where your green and red is. You won't guess that it's in basics. So close that basics folder. Scroll all the way down.
And now press
and now hit new.
Oh, now I see it. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Now go ahead and hit OK. And if you want to change it, then you can keep like the dark green to dark red. Then you can try the dark green and regular red, whatever color combinations you want. Now I want you to keep in mind here, you have an option for this linear right here. You can change this. So you can go linear, you can do radial. But I think the linear works because this is a very linear type design. It's, you know, straight up and down lines, but you can change the angle. So let's say come off a linear, right? Just like click off to the side a little bit. And you can change this angle, like you can have it go left to right if you want. So you can change this angle to 0 degrees and see what that does. Then hit enter. And see how it faded it left to right. Now, what is this right here? This box right here. Right click on this. I'm trying to figure out what that is.
Because wasn't there a print there, an animal print?
It shouldn't be no black box right there. And it might just be something on the display right now. But yeah, it shouldn't be a black box right there. I was trying to figure out what that was. But we'll just leave it alone. But I don't think that that's supposed to be on there. And I don't know if it, I doubt it's part of the image. So let's just, yeah, and I see it in multiple places. It probably, you need to go ahead and save and probably shut this down and open it back up. But do you see how it's green on one side and burgundy on the other side? Mm-hmm. So you're kind of getting that cool, you know, you're using color instead of an additional print. And I think that looks really cool. So yeah, save, close this, and make sure that that when you refresh, when you open this back up, that these little boxes should disappear, because I think this is just Photoshop acting a fool right now.
Okay, and another question, how do I put the other picture back?
The other picture, you just find it in the photos and then activate it, turn the eyeball back on. So I would, matter of fact, right click on this photo and you'll probably find what the other photo is. There you go. So you can turn the eyeball on. Those are your other two images, right here and right here in the layers panel.
Yeah. Which one is the one where he's squatting? Oh, I think it's this.
I think it's the second one. But you can turn both of those eyeballs on and you can see.
There it is. And then for me to be able to move it, it's the Control T, right?
No, you can move it right now without doing Control T, but you have to be selected on it. So you don't have the layer selected. Right now you have the name bling layer selected. You want to right click on the photo and make sure that you select that photo. So right click on it. Just because you activate the visibility doesn't mean you have physically selected it, and that's a common misconception with Photoshop. So go ahead and select it this way and you'll never go wrong.
So just, now I can move it.
Okay, and go ahead and just move it around.
It's still moving.
You have auto select on right now. Turn that auto select off up here at the top. It's guessing what you want to change, and that's not a good deal for us, especially when we have all these layers. It never really knows what we want.
Right. Now there you go.
And there you go. It looks good. It looks really good.
That go crazy. I love you.
Now let me show you how to activate your layer mask. I know you're gonna do this as all over, but scroll down. Let's say aunties, uncles, cousins, everybody else want one now, and they're not finna get no all over because you're not finna do all that tiling. Scroll all the way down, and actually scroll up a little bit. Let me see where the backgrounds layer is. Scroll up a little bit. A little bit more. Okay, you see this mask with the X on it? Go ahead and click on that red X. Okay, now that's what your design looks like as a 13 by 19. So if everybody else get 13 by 19 and
right there. That's what you turn it when I sign out, it will go away. See that?
Right. I think that's your Photoshop glitching. So you want to make sure that you save, make sure that you're saving so that you save all these good changes that you're making right now. Now it could be, let me right click on this box. I think you know what it could be is that I don't think remove BG did that, but we'll check it. Right click on the black box.
That's it. They say color field.
Yeah, I think that's something weird going on. You can click on the color field there. Click on the top color field. All right, turn it off and turn it on. Turn this eyeball off and turn it back on.
Which eyeball?
Right here. Whenever you right click and you select something, it's automatically going to take you to that layer and it's going to activate that layer. So turn it off, turn it back on. Yeah, that's not the color field layer. Like I said, I think that's a glitch. See how it's glitching right now? It's showing some of the mask and yeah, it's glitching.
Right,
it's glitching.
Right here.
Go ahead and save. Go ahead and save. Because the next thing is it may crash.
Don't do that.
Don't do save as, just go ahead and do save.
Yeah, I just hit save.
Okay, good. Now, yeah, so you're gonna have to close it out and open it back up again.
Okay, so in order to make it back, wait, okay, it wasn't moving with the saving. In order to turn it back to all over, I just go back to where the background is and hit it again?
Yep, go to the background, go back to the mask. Let's do it right now. So then that way you can be confident in that before we head out tonight.
This one here.
Go right click on just the layer mask.
Here?
Right click on the layer mask. And then disable layer mask.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Okay, so yeah, you saved it. Everything was really good. I think that he's gonna love this.
That shirt goes crazy.
Yeah, yeah, I'm excited. I don't know. I might not be. I don't know if it's the coffee or what. Y'all's designs is just
on
giving
YouTube.
me life.
Have a video that's actually showing how to tile it, because I tried that and it came out so jacked up.
Yeah, I do. I have a whole playlist. So if you go to the Innate Lab YouTube page and you go to my playlist, so instead of looking up videos, go to the playlist link, and it has a playlist for all overs, and it teaches you how to break it down into the 13 by 19 tiles by using Adobe Acrobat. And then once you break it down to 13 by 19 tiles, then you go back to Photoshop and print them. Okay, so it teaches you that whole step. And then of course I have a whole nother video that shows you how to physically, once you have the prints in hand, how to paste them all together or tape them all together and press with them. Okay.
Oh my God, thank you.
You're welcome. And please let me know how this comes out. I'm excited. And I think this is going to be a good introduction for you into this whole, all over world.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah. I hope you know you're going to stay busy now. So congratulations.
I know. Thank you so much for your help.
Oh, thank you.
I really appreciate you. I got a big shout out for you, Tanya.
You're welcome. And Tanya, thank you too. She says, I'm the bomb.com.
Yes,
but really, y'all are the bomb. Y'all are the bomb because y'all keep me going. I promise.
It's like 9 o'clock where I am, so it ain't too late.
Oh, well, it is midnight plus a little change over here. So,
okay,
yeah,
well,
and I've been up since 5 a.m., but y'all got me excited, so I stayed up tonight. I like I said, I got me a little coffee. I figured I was going to go ahead and make this whatever it needed to be. And so I'm excited because y'all did an excellent job, everyone.
That was nice.
And anyone want to show me something before we head out? Because I am going to close this out in next 2 minutes. So go ahead and make sure you save everything really good, Kia. Looks like Erica is sharing her screen. We're gonna show Erica's screen next. Good night, love. Good night, Natanya. Good night, everyone else. If y'all ready to leave, head out. I appreciate y'all. Good night. Uh-oh. What's that? You gonna put the lyrics on the shirt, Erica? You know I'm showing your screen right now.
Oh, she
You know, I was thinking about you when you said putting the actual lyrics on the shirt. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do something different and put the lyrics on the shirt.
Go ahead. Go ahead. somebody gonna eat that up.
So that's all. I just wanted to show you that.
Oh, but you saving the design. You gonna save the design, huh? You ain't gonna show us that right now. That's all right.
No, I was gone, but I'm working on mine.
I know you'll post it in Innate Creatives. I know you got surprises.
Yeah.
Well, I sure appreciate you. And
you.
y'all make sure y'all tell Erica thank you too, because she works tirelessly and relentlessly to stay on top of things in the group and to stay on top of me, because y'all know I'm all over the place. So we appreciate you, Erica. Thank you so much for keeping things in place and running a tight ship and not letting me be too loose and soft.
Oh, you're more than welcome, Shanon.
All right, love. So that's it for tonight, loves. If y'all need anything else, go ahead and post in the Innate Creatives group. I gotta go ahead and wind down and get me some rest. My neck is over here just all the way cramped up, but it is totally worth it because I'm so impressed with everything y'all came up with tonight, okay?
You ladies did a wonderful job. You ladies have a good night, okay?
Yep, everybody says good night. Good night, y'all. And I'll check y'all in a little bit. Make sure that y'all post in the Innate Creatives group so that we can choose a winner for the $100 challenge. All right, good night, y'all.
Good night. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You make sure you save.
Thank
Carol,
you.
what you doing? I was gonna say, Carol, make sure you save. It looks good, love. It looks really, really good. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Bye.